All right, 20 players. Let's go.
Yes.
I'm with hype.
Right. I
And
guess that's
round starting 2 minutes.
the first Mortal Ambition match that will be held on Aria's Cardshop locals. So, gotta see how it goes. Interested to see if we see any Kong Mings or Jin and how they will perform today.
I'm very interested in that. I doubt there would be match Kong Wings. Jinx is, I feel, more than possible. And I'm really curious how many Sylvies we will see along the field.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I just saw the pairings, so I do know at least one Jin and one Sylvie that's playing today. But yeah, we will see. I think table 1 should be the feature match, right?
Yes.
So I don't think they realize that they have feature match. Okay, now they got moved.
One of them is already here, so
yes,
that's already a good sign. And we're waiting to the second player.
Mm-hmm.
So far. Yeah. So let's see what the field has for us and what people have cooked so far in the 1 week period since the set was released. So yeah, let's see.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we already see Kongming sleeves, so
that
could be a Kongming deck.
Could be also just some kind of trick to make you feel like it's Kongming, but
and then it's a
it
Jin.
should be no Kongming. Yeah. Or Sylvie.
Or
Don't
Sylvie.
forget.
Yes.
Storm Slime is still Storm Slime.
I mean, Storm Slime is great.
It's strong and quite good.
All right.
All right, we have
camera is
loading.
All right, but who do we have here? You hover with your mouse over the cams right now to see who is who. Okay, Raikou on the left and TYL or Till, whatever. on the right.
And if the layout on the stream is correct, then Raikou playing Prismatic Slimes, while Till playing Fire Slimes. It is not. Oh. Backstage has no info what deck they are playing. Alright, never mind. Backstage lagging behind.
Alright, yeah,
we love the backstage, don't worry. He's doing a great job, by the way. Silently judging us. It's all good.
Silently judging us, yeah. I think I then don't open the stream in the background, or at least don't look at it, so we don't see the layout.
Well, I opened it so we can see the chat messages. If our viewer want to ask something or
would be
so we can
nice
interact with them. And
okay,
this
then
way I can see the layout.
Now would be nice to have an actual to have a second monitor, but I don't. But well, I think I gotta open the chat on my phone then, I guess. And I also saw in chat Alexander wishing me luck. Thank you. mm.
All right, we have our players back again. I feel like and they shuffled. Seems so. So let's see what they are playing.
Right. Okay, I have the chat open now on my phone. I did wanted to have Discord there so I can see the results of the other pairings, but I guess I can look at that between the rounds. All right.
All right.
They're rolling the dice, and Raikou goes first. And
all right.
Spirit
That's
of
a
Water.
Spirit of. Yeah, and
also I also
seems like a fragmented.
Yeah, the light
Either
is
Serene
a
or
little
fragmented.
probably. Okay, at least yeah, it's fragmented. He also has one different sleeved card in the deck, so that should
That
be
might be the token. Yeah, that's the token.
True, makes sense.
Exactly.
I right now
So it's
just
fragmented.
thought that it's the shifting currents maybe.
Yeah. You kept 3 cards, so starting with the charm. That's a new card from the new set.
Yes, the mnemonic charm.
It should be the draw 1 to memory on enter, and then you can sacrifice it to empower 2.
Yes.
So it feels like they are playing Kongming on that side.
Also,
And
right side also
other opponent
has fragmented spirits, it seems.
Yeah, but the glare is a bit stronger there.
Yes, I just saw the drawing 6 cards, so but yeah, Mnemonic Charm, I believe, is a pretty solid card, especially in the common slot.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see if Till decides to play something or just pass the turn.
Nope, just
it seems like they're passing. Yeah. Now we have the usual backup charger play, which is always a good play.
Yeah, the light on Till's side is
yeah, this is one of the downside of webcam matches when your lightning is not the best way possible, and it can be frustrated as a player to play against it, and for viewers too. I can imagine how frustrating it can be. But there are 2 white rectangles there, and that's all we can see.
I mean, for the player, it shouldn't be that bad usually because you can.
Oh, we are seeing an empowering for Nascent Blast. Yeah, and it goes back to memory because it was empowered.
Okay, yeah, that's some damage.
Yeah.
I used the mnemonic already.
And then
grabbing Scepter.
Scepter activation. Yeah. Banishing another charm. And the opponent plays Fracturize.
That's a Fracturized Scepter.
Yeah. This feels like every water mirror match so far.
Yeah, backup charger as well.
Opponent also materializes a backup charger.
I think Fracturize is always an interesting thing because, like, sometimes you fracturize something of the opponent, and sometimes they're like, "Yo, all right, thanks for the reservable. I didn't need the card anyway." So I think Fracturizing the Scepter does hurt. Can't get to draw in late game. Chip damage is missing.
Fracturizing a fracturized scepter would feel bad for the player, but especially in Nico, if you get 2 or 3 fractal frames out in the early game, and you have a couple of refracting missiles, it helps you.
And there's Kongming level 1.
Alright.
And also Till also got the Scepter.
Yeah, but it wasn't fracturized. Aha, an Empowering Prayer. That's a good move. We are drawing. They are banishing that. Yeah, because Empowering Prayer gives 2 level until end of turn, so effect.
Yep.
Contrary to its name, so you can use the Fractured Spirit token immediately.
Oh, Indolent Leisure.
It's also a new card.
Yes. Draws 1 card, and if you're level 3, I believe, and class bonus Mage or Cleric, you draw into memory as well. For 3 cost, I'd say that is pretty solid.
And now
By
we
the
have
way,
the brush.
do we have confirmation?
The Hydro Defender.
We don't know yet if Till also plays Kongming or something else, right?
We don't know yet.
Because I just read in chat Kongming Mirror. But is it really Kongming though?
I don't know. So far, it's only Water Mirror that we can be sure. We haven't seen anything special from Till.
There's the shifting. All right, it's Kongming Mirror. Yes.
All right. We know that now.
Yes. I think right now, there's Coriolis Ward. And the Hayton spec. I'm especially interested to see how this mirror matchup goes.
And now the Rising Tide. I feel like it's gonna be a slow, grindy game.
Yeah. Do we think we get to a second game, or will it just be this game for the next hour?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Well,
because I could see
we have a defender on the other side too.
Yep. So it's straight up copying each other right now. Because I feel like this match can take long, and even if they made it to the second, I believe it's possible that they can't finish the second game. So it's kind of, it could be a kind of best of one scenario in a way.
It's certainly. I'm not sure what the list they are playing exactly. So far, there seems to be a lot of differences between the two decks, or not so many.
Right now, the field basically looks the same.
Yeah. The real difference starts if you see that Reiku played some card draws, filtering effects with Empowering Prayer, and so meanwhile they'll have only fracturized 2 things. That's really the difference between their plays so far. So let's see how it turns around.
There's the fracturize. Probably, yeah, also on the scepter.
Yeah. Viewers in the chat, don't worry, you are not alone. We're here with you. You can hear us, we cannot hear you.
Very lonely chat indeed. Nah, it's not lonely. Yes. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a 0-0. I think Hongming does have power to finish or to kill. But it's gonna be a long match.
No, I don't think it would be a draw. At worst, it would be a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, honestly, I'd say it's more likely to be a 0-0 draw than a 1-1 draw.
All right, we see Niger from tier 2.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really see how they got to level 3.
That's a good question. Maybe did Till level up into level 2 Kongming? I mean, we can't see it right now. But if he did level up into 2, which I think he did, because I think that's 3 cards at, on the champion pile. So the on-enter empowered for indolent leisure, I guess. But yeah, and Reiku got level 3 out now, so I'll do Wisdom's Reprise.
Wisdom Respite?
Yeah. I'm also interesting to see, because I think Kongming level 3 has there's a kind of a few different Terra cards that you could play. So I believe that's a thing where the bigger differences between these two decks could happen. But we'll see. That's Terrasite.
Yeah. Why aren't they preserving it?
Didn't Raikou preserve it?
Or at least one of them.
At least one of them. What card is that?
I can't really decide it.
Was the card reveal and put one card preserved in material deck? I mean, that's what happened, basically.
Yeah. Now we see an Empowering Prayer. Feel like they are going for some big combo turn.
Probably. Oh, now he put the Terrasite preserved from the graveyard.
Yeah,
and there's another
Terrasite.
Oh, was that all pre-recollection right now? Okay.
Yes. Yes, that was all the pre-recollection play.
So, Mnemonic Charm. Is there gonna be a big leeching bolt now, though?
All right, now they are level 5 because of the prayer. And if they use the charm, they get to level 7.
That is the new fractal, right? Yep. And leeching.
Yep. Leeching bolt for
7.
I don't know what the new fractal says.
Should be 7. Yes, up to 10.
Yeah.
Then he recovers 2. Shouldn't the leeching get preserved as well because it got empowered? Or did I
Yes, it should be. If I remember well, too.
Yeah.
I will just use the...
Leeching Bolt should be preserved if it's empowered.
Yes.
A second Hydro Guard. The thing with the Hydro Guards is what are they doing in this mirror matchup? Because they just firing spells at each other anyway. So.
Alright, so the Hydro Guard says that when you...
yeah, you can draw with it, right?
Yes.
So yeah,
when
okay.
When your mastery changes direction from
north to west.
From north to west, you draw a card.
Yeah, okay.
You're just...
Yes.
They're just moving it to northwest, and they draw every second spell.
Alright, then thanks for that. I forgot that part. There's another Terrasite.
Yeah, I do think that it's not intentional.
No, that's the thing. I think they are just forgetting it because they are not used to it. And just the reflexes that everything goes to the graveyard after usage.
Yeah. All right. We have an ISP moment. These are really lucky draws on Raiku's side. We've seen 4 Terrasites. This is the third Respite. I wonder what's the difference between the two decks.
Yeah,
or
same.
How much is the difference between the two decks?
Because so far they seem very much alike. My guess, one of my guesses is probably the Empowering Prayer. Even though it's a pretty good card, probably. But we've not seen that one.
It's a pretty good card. During the whole MLC and ERC season, I was like, sleeper card. I think you just need to find a perfect deck that can be played. And it can be a good one. For Desire.
Yeah, that got used, but Yuri was the card that went on the bottom of the deck, I believe. Okay. So right now Raikou is definitely ahead because of the HP difference, and now they both have 2 Hydro Guards.
Yeah, and we saw now Coriolis guard.
Raikou also has a pretty big influence right now, I believe. Like the memory alone, and he has like at least 2 cards in hand. Can't see how much exactly though. Okay, it's at least 3. Putting 2 down now. He's thinking.
Passing the turn with 3 cards in hand. You see,
there's the Ebbing
the new potion.
Tides. Isn't that Ebbing Tides?
It's Ebbing Tide.
New water you are.
It's a mage friend.
A very good card to
It comes in
empower.
hindered, and then on activation you can empower 2, or banish it to empower X, where X is the amount of water cards in your graveyard.
Both effects depending on
Obviously, a leeching board in response of channel manifold.
Ape Glenberra.
And then a Coriolis board. Once again.
Drawing cards for Hydroguard. It's Nature's Appeal. Ah, yeah. There's Yuri again. Well,
The Frostbind and the Channel Manifold Desire once again. And that goes into the hand.
I don't know what's happening. I mean, right now, they both don't do much, I feel like. They're just drawing cards the whole time, basically.
We see another Channel Manifold Desire.
Yes.
From Till.
It's like Alexander says in the chat. They are right now just drawing cards. So
it's Nature's Appeal. It's not the other one.
Coriolis what? In the material deck.
All right. Yeah. It's Nature's Appeal. All right.
Channel of Manifold Desire was where you banish a preserved card and empower the amount of the reserve cost +2. Which I think is a very fun card in combination with Planar Abyss to empower like 14.
Yeah, but consistently preserving Planar Abyss is really hard.
Yeah, it's hard to do, but I do like the combo of that. Like if it gets through, it's at least 17 damage Leeching Bolt, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, but by the way, this mistake showcases really well the downside of the webcam games with sometimes you cannot see what your opponent plays. You have to be trusting that they play the game, play the card they say.
Yeah. Aria says he has access to Jäger and he's joining us in round 3 to cast. So,
that's gonna be interesting.
Stay tuned until round 3 when Aria joins with his Jäger. Ming looking be the Neo Luxem Xander, potentially only playing 1 game or 2, but game 2 not being able to finish. Yeah, that's the thing that I said at the beginning. Like, not sure if we can even finish a second game here. So. And
well, it feels like 30 minutes already passed from the match. And there's still no conclusion for game 1.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said if you said if it's gonna be a tie, it's probably 1-1. I believe 0-0 is more likely than 1-1 because they will never finish a second game. So.
All right, interesting move from Till.
Why
at the
to
end of his
south?
Sorry?
I'm just thinking why Till made the
South.
currency to
Yeah.
south, because
I'm
to
thinking about
west
that too.
to west he could have drawn 2 cards instead of 1. So he probably wants to set up the ebbing because to banish it and empower X with like the second ability, it has to be, I think, facing south to even use it. So that could be a thing that he wants to set that up and use it. Or like it does set to proc Taiji.
Yeah, Taiji is more likely.
But doesn't yeah, Taiji from south to east, right?
East. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, also works, I guess.
That would be 6 damage.
I'm also still wondering if what Raiku's plan is, because he could hit a few more leeching bolts because he should have had 1 preserved, which he didn't put into his material deck, but so though right now it seems that he also doesn't have the best empower tools.
Maybe. I just
Yes.
was waiting for a critical amount of cards to be amassed.
But there's an empowering prayer again.
Yeah. And with three Hydro Guards, that can draw a lot of cards.
Yep.
It feels like that card is a kill on if you ever faces against Water Combing.
The combination just like Hydro Guard seems very good, actually. Okay, do we? There's another option that can happen before the game. Like, Table 6 finished 3 games already. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I have one guess. Do you think? I think we have 3 options here. It's either gonna be a 0-0 or 1-0. And with the 1-0, we have two possibilities how it happens.
That's only 2 options so far. So
Yes.
0-0 or either of them wins. Yeah, that's only 2 possibilities, not 3.
Yeah, I thought 3 because the 1-0 has 2 options, and I thought that's a third. But yeah, with the 1-0, it's either gonna be like one of them kills the other with leeching bolts or something else, or one of them runs out of cards in the deck.
Yeah.
They are doing nothing.
As I see the gameplay so far, I tend to believe that this later is gonna happen, and one of them gonna deck out themselves.
That would be very fun, but I don't think. Oh, that is channel now. That's banishing a preserve card to empower.
Yeah, but
that
it's
is
only a 3 cost, so that's only empower 3.
No, it's empower 5. It's the cost plus 2, I believe. So that is plus 5. So Raiku's on level 10 now, I believe, because he also empowered with the
there was one empowering
prayer.
Yeah, one prayer gives 2, and now he has 5 more.
But he put only 3. Or am I wrong about channel right now?
3, 5.
Channel of Manifold Desire. No, it's X plus 2. So he should empower 5 and not 3, but alright.
And now Leeching Bolt for 10. It's empowered, so it should go to.
The thing
It
is,
should be preserved.
I think he doesn't realize that it's hitting for 10 now. I think he's gonna hit for 8. Oh, and the Terra Shield. So 0 damage done.
That's a preserve 10.
Yes.
Yes,
So
self-milling is a real threat here.
the thing is, like, I do like Terra Shield a lot, and I personally love the combo of having Terra Shield. Like, this is a one way to get the Planar Abyss preserved for channel. So he kind of sets that up. But the one thing that is scary about Terra is we just talked about one of them is gonna probably deck out before one of them dies. So he's milling his deck for 10 right now, kind of. So, yeah. Let's see who decks out first. The whole time I thought like that probably Raikou would deck out first because I have a feeling
Oh,
that
this is an interesting play. So
drawing more.
no, he activated a Terrasite and switched the direction to south. It's going to be east. So they can use the Taiji to deal 3. And so Terrasite only takes up 3. No, I think it. I feel like they can layering it that way that the Terrasite only takes 3 instead of 10. But they haven't done that. Either that was the intention or they just made an error.
Yeah, Toby just said preserve 10 is like mill 10 in this matchup. That's what I said. So at first I thought Raikou might get to deck out first because I have a feeling that he was drawing more. But after the Terra Shield now, it's we'll see.
There's 2 Leeching Bolt preserved.
I didn't saw it. I saw another Terra Shield preserved, at least. But, well, no, actually, Raikou's deck is still thinner than Till's, so I actually think right now I believe that either Raikou can maybe actually finish with a Leeching Bolt again, and there's Till's camera down.
Yeah. It feels like some technical issues.
Yeah,
somewhere
happens.
In the cloud.
But I think it's fine now
unclear.
again.
I really can decide who's gonna deck out themselves first.
I think I think either Raikou decks out, because if you look at his deck, it's very, like, it looks like 10 cards at max. Meanwhile, Till still has a little bit more of it. But with the damage taken from Till now, I think he could maybe actually die to a bigger Leeching Bolt again.
But the amount of cards in hands are kind of crazy. I think most player has way over 10 influence.
Yep.
Way over 10.
I bet.
Is it a Nature's Appeal or a Channel Manifold Desire?
That's Nature's Appeal, I think. No, that's Channel. I'm not sure.
Let's see what happens.
Oh yeah, that's Nature's Appeal. He's down to 1 card.
1 preserved.
Oh, not down to 1
level
card.
5? Okay. Yeah, so Raikou's library is right now 5 cards.
There was Byaku for a second. So Raikou has to finish though, because he's gonna deck out soon.
Yes, absolutely. Maybe they have one more turn or so.
Okay, that is channel now. So he's empowering Indolent again. Oh, for 5.
And we see one more
Okay.
Leeching Ball. 10.
Now he put the 5, so now he empowered the right way.
Oh, Toby just told us we made a mistake using the wrong link again. On the Frostbind, and only one card in.
Raikou just shifted to west. Doesn't he gonna draw 3 now and goes to 1 card in deck? and till Frostbinded. The leeching. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, Rick, you have to draw. And it seems like we have a concession on who won the game.
Think. So the win is 1-0 for Till, right? I believe.
It feels like yes.
Yes. I think Raikou just said, yeah, let's go next because 1 card left.
Yeah. But I don't think they will have enough time to finish one more match at all.
Nope. They can't. Like as DOS just said in the chat with like the ally that hits for 6 would work now. That's the only way they could finish a game now, if they like hit this thing 2 times and finish very fast. But I don't think it's gonna happen even if they play the card. So they are really side decking right
Regardless.
now.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like they are side decking. I mean, it does make sense, but I do believe they can't finish a match now, like the next game.
Yeah, I highly doubt it.
Crow was that dragon, right? The thing is, with why don't you have to finish fast DOS? Because right now it's a 1-0, so if the next game doesn't finish, it stays a 1-0, no?
Yeah, if the second game has no result once the time is over and the overtime is over.
But yeah, I do agree that this is that a Kral would be really good.
In the mirror, absolutely. But as a card itself, Kral, in general terms, it just I feel like if you face wind opponents with Dream Fairies, which is not so uncommon.
Well, yeah, Dream Fairies.
Then it just card you really don't want to get Dream Fairies at all.
Yeah, that's a good argument. But I think in general, he could work kind of, but at least for the mirror, because there it can't get Dream Fairied. Yeah.
So I don't think that after this game one, that was so quick, I don't think that they would finish game two in time at all.
No.
And once that happens, that the player who wins game one wins overall for 1-0.
Yes, exactly. So that's why I believe it will end with a 1-0 for Till. But hey, maybe they finish a game. We'll see. They have 10 minutes.
Yeah, let's see the place here. Raikou chose to go for second, which is interesting.
Yes.
He's going for the extra card, it feels like.
I think he's going for the extra card, and Raikou right now is in the position where he has to finish fast. So I think he probably tries to go second to start with poking with damage early.
Yeah, but in a matchup where decking out is an absolutely great possibility, I wouldn't necessarily go for an extra card from the start.
Yeah, it's just like maybe my perspective is like kind of wrong in that case, but I feel like he has to go second to try to get maybe depends on the draws, also hit early and just put the stuff out. Because he's in a pressure that he has to finish now, because most likely it will just be a draw for this game, because they can't finish for the time, and then Till wins. So, but I don't know.
That point is absolutely right.
So now he got a Hydro Guard, which should be hard to crack for Raikou now. And thus, Till's game plan could be pretty easy. He could just play slowly and just like before, controlling. And he's got that then.
For leveling up, Raikou banished Hydro Guard.
It hurts, I believe.
It hurts, yeah, I believe so too. I mean, meanwhile, your opponent already has one guard out. So they can start amassing massive influence while you lost your card to do that. Oh, what's happening on your side?
I can't see anything, at least, with the camera right now.
Yeah, it remembers back in the early 2000s when we had dial-in internet connections. The video quality we could download it from the internet was the same.
Okay.
Thank you, Toby.
What did Toby say?
He asked if he can make a poll matchup for whom is the most painful, for the players, for the casters, or
Okay. I now just see his message. For instance, players, the casters, or the start a poll. That's a good question. I personally, maybe the casters, because I mean, it's kind of hard to, for me at least right now, but I guess it's the first time casting anyway, so maybe it doesn't matter, but it's kind of hard to say or like to comment really on when nothing really happens except for them drawing cards. So maybe that.
Yeah,
Since
it's solitaire. It's a nice game of solitaire.
yes, and I guess if the viewers are bored, they can just do something else. Don't have to watch. I mean, it's bad if they want to watch. So, and technically, if the viewers could enjoy the casters, if they would be good.
Absolutely true. That's absolutely true. Or you can use Aria's tactic and just have some Jägermeister. That works.
Maybe
That has wonders.
maybe drink a shot every time one of them draws a card. Okay, maybe don't do that. Bad idea. Very bad idea.
In this matchup, that would be a quick way for the detox.
Very quick. You wouldn't make it to the next game. I'm still starting all of my books. I'm already entertained. I mean, as long as it's entertaining and we do our job good, hopefully. So, yeah. But there's the first dungeon guide we see in this match. I think last game.
Yeah, I wonder
level up regularly.
Yeah, I wonder where the guys were hiding in the previous match.
Maybe they just sideboarded it in, which would surprise me if it would be just a sideboard card, but
maybe Heavenly Guide, but not Dungeon Guide.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, why should you sideboard Dungeon Guide? But who knows?
That's why I'm saying. So, Dungeon Guide is absolutely a main deck card.
Yes.
Maybe you can spec on Heaven. So what you can do is spec on Heaven. Your opponent also goes to level 3 and they use Dungeon Guide, so.
But even then,
so just play Heavenly Guide for redundancy.
Even then, it's kind of interesting why Dungeon Guide would be in a sideboard. But I guess that it would be an explanation of why we didn't.
I'm pretty sure it was in main board, and they just haven't seen it because it was on the bottom half of the deck or something.
Possible. Into who we trust. Almost feels wrong to GG in this matchup. No, I don't think so. I mean,
I don't think it's wrong to DG in this matchup.
You want to get to
level 3 quicker than your opponent, and you want to start using your card advantage to get further ahead before your opponent, so you can shoot them down with Leeching Bolts.
Exactly. But I guess 3 minutes is left with overtime of 5 minutes.
No, if I remember well, the round ends in 8 minutes, and then they will have 5-minute overtime. So 13 and a half or 12 and a half, something like that. Yeah, that was. But once you get to level 3, you can start using your tarot cards to MS resources.
And
that's speed.
And DG also helps with resources, kind of, because you can control better what gets banned and you banish a card less. So I do get that, even if it's about resources. And what I find quite interesting right now is that Raikou fracturized his own mnemonic charm. But though I guess he didn't have anything else to fracturize, right?
Possible. They haven't had so good plays that feel the best possible outcome he can do in this.
I mean, getting
point.
a fractal isn't bad.
Yeah, and you have a floating memory in the. Now we see a Nature's Appeal, which was empowered.
And we've saw the 6 damage from the stratagems. Was the card stratagem, or was it another card? But the other fractal. Fracturizing Charm is a +1. I mean, yeah, like I don't think fracturizing Charm is a bad thing. I was like the second I saw it, I was just like, he's giving up the Empower, but I guess it's not a big loss, so it's definitely a play you can do. There's the Ebbing Tides again. Oh, there's the Cry.
There's the Cry. Yeah.
I think that's one of the cards that got sideboarded in, definitely, because there's no way that they didn't have them last game. There's absolutely no way. Not when they both went down to like 20 cards in the deck.
Absolutely.
It's unplayable now for Raikou. Yeah, I think that as well. So the question right now is just, is Raikou able to survive long enough so it's just as a 1-0, or will it be a 2-0 for Till?
I don't think that matters in the grand scheme. I don't think it matters in the grand scheme to have it for 1-0, 2-0.
I mean, it doesn't
getting
matter.
the Covenant out, and it feels like it's targeting the
Kral.
Yeah.
Covenant honestly kind of helps now, I think. But it could also easily get fracturized.
It certainly gives you time.
Yeah. At the very least that.
And
but
there's the fracturize.
There's the fracturize. Alright.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope. Then this is definitely GG, probably. But we'll see. Like, depending on what can happen still. The game wasn't gonna end before it sure isn't ending now. I mean,
Kral and Dungeon Guide and the Hydrogant.
I think Till
8 damage on board.
Yeah, I think Till can finish that.
So that's a 2-turn clock right now. And materializing Covenant means the Raikou is quite really on the verge of not getting there.
Especially since he had to pay 1 for it, right? Because that it's 0 cost is only class bonus for Tamer, if I'm not mistaken. So losing that the Covenant was a good idea, I think. But
the Covenant was a good idea, but it was a desperate move, and
yes, definitely.
And the fracturize that's just sealed the future.
Losing the Covenant to the fracturize is hitting really hard, because he just that's a big 0.
But it's minus. Interesting. So right now, that Kral and the Dungeon Guide
Okay, he passed the turn. What is that? That the some kind of amulet, but I can't see Viridian. Yeah. Okay. I only know the Proxia artwork of Viridian. Okay. And it makes the water cards cost more for the opponent, right? If I'm not mistaken. Until camera's doing stuff again. And there Denji left. I guess he had internet problem right now.
Oh, something happened with my audio.
Welcome back. Hello.
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 The stream too. Something happened with my audio and something happened with the stream too. I'm watching Tails camera. How much am I rumbling?
Yeah, Till got the Viridian amulet out. Viridian protector. Not sure what the full name right now is.
Viridian protective trinket. Yeah.
Yes, thanks. Which makes it even harder now for DOS to play. Not for DOS, for Raikou.
For DOS, it's quite hard to play because he is not playing at all.
He's not playing at all. Yeah, it's hard to play if you're not playing. That's kind of true, I guess.
So the game once again reached a stalemate point.
Yep. I mean, Till definitely has the game in his hands right now. There's Grand Crusaders.
We should reach the overtime of the match.
They should be in overtime right now, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's overtime now. Yeah. So we have a couple of minutes, 3 rounds left. I don't think either of them will finish the game in the overtime, so it's more likely to be a 1-0 for Till as an overall.
I think most other games should be finished till now, right?
Well, there might be other similar matchups.
I just looked up. There's 6 matches already done. Okay, now 7 from 10 matches.
So, including the feature match that 3 matches haven't finished yet.
But someone else also is writing, so I think there's the next finish match. So the feature match and 1 more to go, technically.
And our judge arrived. So viewer time is soon finished. And we can say it with great certainty that the match is over and still 1-0.
Yes.
Just a matter of seconds now.
Don't think anything will happen this match anymore. To 1 and 10. He had a Byaku jump scare for a split second.
And it's over.
Yep. Right. There's a 5-minute break between the two, the next match and this one, right?
Oh. According to the judge, they get a 2-minute time extension.
Okay. Yeah. If the judge says so. Okay, Aria says no. I mean, the 2 minutes won't do much anyways, I believe.
All right, they are sideboarding their decks, so yeah, it's over.
Yep.
Officially over.
That is
the first
GG.
match, which was a water Kong mirror, it's finally over after more than an hour. It was an experience in itself, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, it is a 1-0, but in the end it was basically just because someone decked out in the end. So, not even a mill matchup.
I wonder what would be the case when Water Kongmin faces a Water Nico. I'm really interested in a match like that to see who can mill out who. Nico the Kongmin player or Kongmin player the Kongmin player?
I personally think Nico will just kill with the damage before anything. And if that's not enough, then it will be a mill fest.
Yeah, do we want to have a break? Or are we just trembling till the next round is up?
I personally would take a break because I need to go to the toilet and need something new to drink.
Okay.
So
then we will take a couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes break, and we will be back for match 2 in a short.
Yes.
Alright, welcome back everyone.
Game
We
2
are here.
is about to start.
Yeah.
And I already see shifting currency.
Yes. So one of our players more than likely to play Kongming, and we don't know the other one yet. I hope it's a mirror, so we can go have a dinner.
Just
No,
let
I'm
me
just
say,
joking.
please don't let it be a mirror. I do not want the mirror Kongming again.
Oh, I think I've seen. I'm not sure, but I might have seen an ally card in. Who's on which side? Let me get a hold of the situation.
Right.
So we have
the
Fukasan on the top and Yinko on the bottom.
wait, top, bottom? For me, it's left and right.
Yeah, but I'm referring to the YouTube stream.
Yeah.
And we have a water Kongming mirror again. Once again.
Oh no.
Or at least Fukasan plays water Kongming, and we don't know what kind of Kongming Yinko plays.
He's pure not to fall asleep.
That's gonna be an interesting match once again.
Yes.
That's time to shine. Oh, that was a notifying lantern. And now here comes the truth. It's a wind. That's new. That's something we haven't seen before.
Oh, yeah. Wind Kongming. That's gotta be interesting. If it's now wind versus wind
No,
mirror,
it's wind versus water. Wind versus
okay.
water. According to the backstage.
What is that?
Yeah.
Ally. I don't know what that ally is right now.
Lurking assailant.
Lurking. Okay. Thanks.
So it's an ally-based Kongming deck.
I mean, so Kongming
That's
has
a spicy thing.
Kongming does have a lot of wind ally support, I believe. Like there's more than I would have expected, so it'd be cool to see a wind allies Kongming deck.
It's an interesting take on Kongming, I'm not gonna lie. And from Fukasan, we see a fragmented spirit, or no, it's just a normal one.
Yeah, normal one. Both have normal spirits, right? Or did Yinko also had a fragmented?
Yes, both of them have normal spirit.
Okay. Yep.
Even though we cannot see it right now because of the glaring. But based on the influences, we also have normal spirit.
Hydro Guard Retainer opener is a terrible play, says Dawes.
Yeah, especially when your opponent in response have Gildas. That just.
I mean, I think you want to get Hydro Guard out only if you are already Kongming level 1, so you can get the draws, I guess. But maybe he didn't have like anything else to play early.
if they had some kind of barrier, like a lesson barrier or something.
Yeah.
That
I
way
honestly
would be a good play, but honestly, I don't feel like.
maybe I feel like after the last match, it wouldn't surprise me if Wind Kongming has the superior mirror. Like, I don't know if like overall Wind would be the better Kongming, but in terms of the mirror, I think Wind could be superior just because of ally spam and being able to hit a little bit better. But I might be wrong on that.
Okay, we have a judge commenting, playing Lorraine Wind Allies and not Kongming.
Then
So
I'm
that
confused.
mastery card
why
on the right is just a trick, maybe?
maybe it's there so he can flip it in synchronization with the opponents, so it's like kind of a safe way to also keep a better track of what direction it's showing right now. It could make sense.
I can see the logic in there, but always
If it is that,
following
then
how your opponent moves it, especially if it's a long turn with a lot of solitaire from the Kongming player, it's quite demanding.
Yeah. We'll eventually find out why it is there. And Dos says
You
it's
see a heightened Firecraft into a Cone of Frost, which feels different than our previous decks from from match 1.
Suppressing
there's
the
a Zephyr. Yeah, protecting it, which is a good move. Especially if your opponent have no other way to attack it.
Yes, and Dos said that the Wind is superior because you can actually do something early game. Yeah, I feel like that this could show. It already kind of shows with the Gilders. I also believe that Wind kind of, in a way, has a bit better like control than Water. At least
Wind has a different type of control than Water.
Yeah, different type, which I think could also be like just a plus against the mirror. But yeah, we'll see if the.
But we are not talking about mirrors now. We are talking about Wind Lorraine Allies versus Water Kongming.
Yeah, I instantly already forgot that it's supposed to be Lorraine because I'm just seeing the shifting there and what are like.
I really like the backup charger here because they can activate it during their turn. If they have 7 cards, if they have 7 cards, they activate the backup charger, draw one into memory. They have the balance without playing anything, which is a really good move here.
That's I think also the reason why they didn't proc the GSC instantly. GCR. Opponent removal because best removal. Yeah, if you remove
the problem right now, they only have 6 cards, if I count it right, on the screen. So they will need.
No, they have 5.
What is that? That's
and
a new card.
That's the Oath of Sakura.
Oath of Sakura?
But
yeah,
he doesn't have 3 unique allies, so it doesn't really do that much, I believe.
Well, it's still.
It's still buffing. know
It's
that.
still a buff counter on all of your allies.
No.
And now with popping the GCR,
Am I
Gildas have the balance.
Ah, okay, yeah, it is a buff count on everything. Okay. It would be +2 attack for the uniques. Okay, yeah. That Gildas is hitting a lot. Buffs things out of range of Tsunami. Valid point.
Now Gildas is quite famous for hitting hard. So if you can't remove it, then you can quickly die to Gildas. Also, it's interesting that instead of leveling up, they choose to materialize a Wind Resonance Bubble to draw one more card.
Maybe they didn't want to lose anything from the memory. I'm also interested to see
I mean, the opponent right now has Gildas can hit with the buff counter for 5. Lurking can for 3. That's 8. And they are already on 10 damage counters, so if their opponent plays one more ally, they are dead on board.
Yeah, Dawes also just said, don't know if you can afford to take the off turn. I think it's gonna be very hard. I wonder if Jinko will even level up this game, because I feel like he won't have to level up. And also right now don't want to level up, maybe, because if he draws a card now, he can play a 3-cost card.
Oh,
and
there is the
just
dungeon
back
guide.
Balance again. Oh yeah.
Yeah, with the new art.
Mhm.
Personally, I quite like the new dungeon guide art.
I prefer it over the old one. I like the new dungeon guard a lot.
Yeah, me too.
So
the
nice.
OG art is, I think, for me the art itself is good. The promo one, I don't really like that art. Somehow for me it doesn't resonate, but this new one, I really like it.
I did like do like the promo. You mean the where she kind of is like a magical girl, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somehow for me that art doesn't resonate. So it's not for me.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I personally do like it, but I think just the new is the best one, probably. I like it a lot, and Dawes also just writes OGDGs, like Dungeon Guide is too much of a classic right now at this point. I also get that. So, yeah, like OG Dungeon Guide is iconic. And yes, he does use the currents to mirror the opponents. Promo cute guy, 10 out of 10 what hug, very cute. I agree, Aria, I agree.
Oh, those, I completely agree with you. Heavenly Guide is just too heavenly.
Heavenly Guide is something else. Rather hug.
All right. Feels like
many arts I would hug this
just
set.
pass the turn. And Inko feels like Inko thinking about
Leveling up, I feel.
how to close up the match as best as possible. So, without knowing their deck list, by the way, we don't know other players' deck list. What are they playing? So it's interesting what they choose to materialize here. Maybe this is a good time for Inko to level up. Maybe we will see Lorraine into Emerald Pistol. That's a possibility.
I mean, it's on 22 health, right? And
yeah, we are seeing the Lorraine.
There's the Lorraine.
And we see the OG Sword of Seeking. All right. They are banishing Inspiring Call for it. It looks like that was the worst card for Inko to banish as a cost.
Seems like. I also feel like they're both thinking a lot of what they are doing. We have very, very low amount of turns done already, I feel like.
Maybe we'll see Second Wind or similar kind of play from Inko. Like Rally that ones. That's an Imperial Recruit, if I see it right, in Inko said.
I just saw.
He goes for an attack.
Just see the chat right now. Aria saying MP ladies equals wunderbar. Lorraine just pressuring way too hard. Yeah. And an unlucky banish. That is true.
But we have another Inspiring Call activated, so either they draw into it or.
And they've crossbinded it, I think.
Well, they have more than plenty of cards in their hands to pay for Frostbind.
Okay.
And now our Water Coming player has one card in hand.
Inspiring Call gives +1 attack until end of turn, or what exactly does it do?
It gives one attack, and you draw a card into memory.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
And it costs 2 less if you attack with your champion. The Frostbite play here was good to make Gildas not balanced.
Right, past the turn.
So
the question is,
that was three less damage than it could have been.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it probably wouldn't have mattered because of still 1 damage missing, I believe.
What are they materializing?
That is the Fan of 7 Depths, I believe. On enter, draw a card, and you can banish it to change the direction of the shifting currency whenever to whatever you want. But has a materialization cost of 1. But I think they used the floating for that. But yeah. The problem is I don't think that Kongming can obviously not finish now. And I feel like they are definitely gonna die next turn.
Well,
Except
unless they can get a dungeon guide, second dungeon guide here, and then into a. So a second dungeon guide here would mean they are recovering 2, and also their maximum life goes to 25. And with a leeching ball, they can also recover 2 more
okay, that is true.
and kill something on the opponent's board.
Coming relevantly saw like 0 empower all game. Yeah, that is also true.
It feels like this Kongming deck is certainly different than the previous ones we saw.
Yeah, either that or they draw very, very unluckily. Exactly both is shit. Yeah, and they passed without leveling up, so oh no, never mind, they didn't pass.
Oh, here's the dungeon guide.
They used the fan of 7 depth. Okay, yeah. I thought for a second they passed. Mm-hmm. Two.
Surrender Tree and Parasite.
It's another Terra card, so they will recover 4 now, I believe.
Three. They're recovering 3.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
But they only have 2 cards in hand left,
Mm.
which might not be enough. Which is not enough to kill either Gildas or Lurking.
Yes.
So they just go to face at this point.
And also no recovery from leeching because 1 card is missing.
Yeah.
Okay, but going to south, drawing a card, now he could technically leeching.
Yeah, but
don't know if that would
they are still in the danger zone.
Yes.
With this board, Lorraine can easily deal 10 damage. Or more, even more. Absolutely.
We'll see. I do believe this turn could finish. Maybe if Fukasan has a water barrier or Coriolis ward to protect, and then I could survive. But even then, I think it would just drag it out more again. We'll see.
It depends how many cards they can draw.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. That's a safeguard.
And we see the safeguard amulet. So Inco playing for the longer term, which means they might not have lethal, or if the opponent has a shield or something, then they don't have lethal.
Maybe he's just going safe.
Yeah, they don't want to die. If Inco cannot kill his opponent, then yeah, Coriolis Sword.
Exactly.
So like that.
Triggers me how some cards on index have the new art as the default, but others don't. Huh, that's interesting.
I'm more interested seeing what Dinko's next play gonna be.
Mm. Right now he just only hit with the Lurking Assailant, right?
Yeah. So far the Lurking Assailant, which was warded, Coriolis warded.
Looks like
So-
some confusion about the wind trigger before Coriolis. Ah. Yeah, I just felt like Jinko called a judge, so we might see Byaku jump scare again.
Let's
Yeah,
check the judge call channel.
They'll set the same thing.
Yeah. They have a judge call.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Wind will indeed shift first before the ward resolves.
Yeah, so
is it right now about what does Coriolis have?
I want to check Coriolis ward exactly how it's
I
worded.
think it draws a card if it's facing west.
If it's
yes,
face
into
west,
memory.
draw a card into memory, yeah.
So I think they are wondering right now if because it's a spell, they can change the currency. So they don't know if what comes first. If they shift it before the Coriolis comes and to draw a card, or if they shift after it.
Well, technically, it's when you activate the card combing trigger itself, so it goes on the stack after the ward. So first you shift the current, and then you resolve the Coriolis ward.
So you get the draw into memory.
Right now, that would be the case.
Okay, yeah, good to know. Thanks for the clarification, by the way.
No worries. I'm a judge or something like that, as it was stated before already.
You should know, you are a judge.
Exactly. Oh, reserving 4 cards for an Aeson Protector. That's interesting. And taking back the Lurking. And now they have Balance on Gildas,
Ah.
which means Gildas will hit for 5.
And they already hit with the lurking, right?
Only the Lurking attacked so far.
Why did he only put 4 if they hit for 5?
Yeah. Because Coriolis ward
Didn't Coriolis
prevents 1 plus level.
Yeah,
So
but didn't
yeah, he
that do
prevented
that?
3 from then. So Coriolis ward
okay,
prevented
no.
3
Yeah,
from lurking, and 1 carried over to Gildas attack.
yeah.
But
Okay,
yeah, with the
thanks.
Silent Captain, it's game. GG.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Let's see if the second game will be about the same, or if it might be different.
Without knowing the deck list, I feel like the Lorraine player, if they have will get William Protective Trinket, that would really help against Fracturize, not Fracturize, Frostbind and such effects.
Mm. Games that
I wonder
actually
what the
end
Common player will
banger.
side. They are taking out how many cards? 6, 8? That's quite some. Oh no, they are siding in that many. I've seen a Crown maybe getting out from the main deck.
Nope.
No, it wasn't a Crown. No, it's a Crown. When they chosen to take it out. They are playing Frostmourne Paladin. I saw that. Changing 6 cards in a deck, or even 8, that's so easy. Because with 8 cards, you modify quite a lot on your deck.
Yeah, that is true. But I guess he might have to do it in this matchup.
Yeah, they absolutely need survival.
Mm-hmm.
The interesting thing right now that they put the 2 Crass on the top of their deck. I think they're hesitating to whatever sideboard it out or not.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, yeah, they are changing 6 cards. Okay, not 8. 6.
It's still quite a lot. She's thinking.
Sadly, I haven't seen what they're trying to put in.
Mm,
Maybe Nascent Barrier, Nascent Blast.
he's thinking, or was thinking, pretty good while about what to put out. So
Yeah, as I said, changing 6 cards is quite demanding
yeah, exactly.
because you can really screw up the ratios of the deck, and sometimes you might don't need too many copies of one card, but you still want to keep some of them in the deck. So if you draw it and situation is right, you can use it.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, the Lorraine player is already shuffled up and just waiting.
And one other game already finished completely. I don't see the table, but one game is already 2-0.
I doubt this game would go to overtime.
No, it probably won't. I mean, we have 20 minutes left. This game took a little bit longer than expected, to be honest, though. Like, from the time the turn count was pretty low, I believe. It took a while.
Yeah, it was 4 turns for each player,
Think so.
maybe less.
Something around
Because
that.
I think it was 4. Because the Lorraine player materialized GCR, a backup charger, Lorraine, and what was the last card they materialized? Oh, the safeguard amulet. Okay, that means 5 turns.
Okay, yeah.
And
The
we see a
lurking
classic
assailant
lurking into
again.
pass. Let's see if the common player makes the same error of playing a Hydroguard Retainer in turn 1.
It seems that they have a lot of tarot cards in their hand. I'm maybe seeing wrong. It looks like a few tarot cards.
And a Stalwart Shieldmate.
Ah, yeah. That's
quite good play here.
Yep.
And the second
Another
one.
Okay, yeah. That's a good start. Protection, floatings.
I wonder what the Lorraine player will do. Because at this point they can just play one more ally at pass, not giving their opponent floating memory. So the opponent more than likely won't level up, and then an Oath of Sakura or not Besiege the Wind, Attune the Winds. Either play would then buff one more ally in the next turn. It feels like that can be quite effective. Or Dream Fairy.
Dream Fairy.
But even with Dream Fairy, I would really think about denying the floating resource.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's okay. I think won't be able to get the other.
I mean, if they don't
again.
have any buffing effect like Attune, I would guess, yeah, sure, why would I? But if they can do that, it might worth it.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on the cards in hand. But yeah. The one thing that I personally like about when my opponent Dream Fairies me, even though I hate Dream Fairy overall, it's like if the Kongming player now not really has a possibility to get rid of the Dream Fairy, which kind of shouldn't be the case. Kongming has a lot of spells. They should get rid of it or be able to get rid of it. But if not, they know what they can put down to maybe.
When we see a Wind Piercer.
Is that what exactly is that?
That's a wind round, a wind bullet.
Oh,
and
okay.
when you attack with it, if I'm right, when you attack with it, you can reveal the top card of deck, and if it's a wind card, you put an attack to attack.
On attack, you glimpse 1, and then you can reveal the top card of the deck, and if it's wind, you get +2, so it's hitting for 3 then. But it's interesting to play a bullet there.
No, it just, yeah, it's interesting. It's not very interesting. It's Winderized Lorraine with guns. So next turn, I'm quite sure that Ingo will level up into Lorraine, and with Lorraine's on enter ability, when they will get a gun, Emerald Pistol or something. Or which one is the gun with 3 durability for 0 cost?
Carry
I
out
remember
4
the
damage
name.
per attack. It's forcing a fracturize. Okay, that's interesting.
If they can fracturize the Wind Piercer now, that would change Inko's next turn. But I feel like the gun into Lorraine. So Lorraine into gun into Inspiring Call after attacking with Lorraine. Thank you, those prototype restore. Yeah.
Yep, there's Lorraine. Kong Ming is on level 1 right now, right?
Yes.
Should
They
be
materialize
level.
the Wind Resonance bubble.
Should be level 1.
No. On enter,
So
here's the prototype pistol.
yep. Kong Ming has a lot of cards in hand right now, so
Yeah.
I can
They are trying
probably
to keep up some interaction, that's sure. Let's see when they decide to fracturize either the gun or the bullet. Here's the fracturize before recollection. Fracturizing the pistol. It was a good play. It was a really good play.
It was necessary. Yeah, it was necessary, probably. Because that
Yeah,
would have
absolutely.
been a lot of damage.
Attacking with the gun would have been 4 damage, and inspiring call into that would have been 3 from lurking, possibly 5 from Gildas, that's 8, 2 from the Dream Fairy, that's 10. With the 4 already, that's 19. That's little on board.
Yeah. So that's interesting. Sometimes scary how fast some decks can have lethal on board like this.
That's why I mentioned on Inko's turn 1, so sorry, turn 2, when after he Dream Ferried the Shieldmate, he could have waited 1 turn or play 1 more ally, pass the turn, deny the floating memory, and next turn attune the wind and buff everything.
There's the Inspiring Call nonetheless.
Yeah. And if they don't want the Gildas to be balanced, that's a force. It's a force Frostbind there.
I mean, the Gildas isn't balanced anyways, right? Because 3 in hand and 2 in memory right now.
Yeah, but Inspiring Call draws into memory.
Ah, yeah, okay, I forgot that. Thanks.
So this Frostbind, this Frostbind just removed 3 damage from the board.
Yep.
Yeah. And Inco more than likely goes for the draw. They want the draw effect from Inspiring Call.
Yes, I think he paid 2 for call.
Yeah, he paid. And now he draw into memory.
Mm. Call costs 3 doors, says doors.
Maybe the cards are stacked together?
It looked like 2. And yeah. Okay, yes, it costs 3. Then it might be a fail from Jinko.
Yeah,
It could be
might
that
be.
it could be that the cards were stuck together, but in terms because of the Gildas being there, it probably wasn't that.
But it still feels like now Inco has 5 cards in. It looks like 5 cards. And they
Yes.
pay 2 for the Frostbind. They draw 1 from Inspiring Call. So that means they only pay 2 for the
They only paid
Inspiring
2.
Call itself.
Yes. Should a judge?
Or it's still stuck together and we can.
That's a good question. I'm not sure how this would be handled now if like a judge has to go and check because it's he already drew into memory. Yeah, that's the thing. That he already drew into memory.
They still have 1 card in hand. They have 1 card in hand, so they could have paid for it.
Yeah. Like, and how the cards are laying there, it doesn't look like something is stuck together because it's like laid out.
Can we call a judge on this, or? Yeah, Aria just called a judge for us on the feature table.
Do not. Right. Do we have to explain probably? Because they might not
Judge
know.
is there already.
Yeah, the thing is Byaku is there now, but the question is if Byaku knows what the inconsistency right now is. Yeah, Byaku's texting. He probably asking what's the inconsistency. Yeah. Mhm. No. Alexander no fracturized cards that he used. I think. Oh wait, no.
Oh, right.
Actually, maybe true.
Yes.
There's
Yeah.
there's the there's the
Yeah, the
fracturized
pistol.
gun. Okay.
That was so much really in the shadow of the deck box. It just looked like
Yeah.
it's not there.
Exactly. Okay.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
Yeah. All right. Then no inconsistencies. That explains it.
No. Yeah. See?
Associating time.
It's these webcam matches can be quite finicky.
I mean, it's also like it's this match is very slow paced right now because I think it's still the same turn where the gun got fracturized and we already forgot.
No, we are 1 turn ahead already.
Oh, 1 turn ahead. Oh, okay, maybe that. Maybe I'm just stupid. But yeah. Oh god. Check VR, yeah? But all right. Whose turn is it right now? I'm kind of out of
It's
the
Inko's
picture.
turn. It's Inko's turn.
Inko's turn. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, he materialized a Grand Crusader's ring, and now he pays 3 for something. So let's see. Windrider Vanguard.
Mhm.
But now Gildas has
Yeah.
balance.
Wer said casters these days?
Alexander. Yes, you're right. The Sword of Seeking is what was materialized, not the Grand Crusader ring.
Dawes also says having a fractal to balance Gildas is actually so crazy. That is true. So yeah. And Gildas hitting.
Well, the fractal certainly helps balancing Gildas.
Yeah, and there's tapping the fractal again. Now I saw it. No slip up again.
So it's gonna be the next play.
Another ally.
Phalanx Captain.
That's a huge board right there. Now hitting one with Dream Fairy. But it's probably not lethal, right? Or is it? How much does the Phalanx hit for? Okay, just
Only
one.
one.
Okay, but he can
And they
attack
hit
with
with
slot.
Lorraine for
That
1.
should be lethal?
No, because yes.
Yes, it is lethal.
No?
No?
Yes, it is. Oh, they were only on level 2 Kongming, yeah.
I think they were only on level 2. Yeah. Alright, should. No, because yes.
So that was this match.
Yep, that's 2-0 right now.
Wind Allies versus Water Kongming.
Yeah, it's Wind Allies is so strong. And like just looking at this board is yeah. that's a lot of damage there.
Well, when a set is just got released, going with a aggressive deck is usually a good choice. Yeah. For that, it's Wind Lorraine with guns.
Wind Lorraine, like seeing a
good.
gun in Lorraine, I mean it does make sense, like in hindsight, but it surprised me a bit.
Now they used it in MRC2.
Oh, okay.
Or some builds used it, so it's not something new. The only new card I've seen from, and I really can remember it, is the Oath of Sakura for the Winterline player, which is a buffed Attune the Winds. You have 3 unique allies. but I'm not sure if they have in the deck list 3 unique allies at altogether.
Mm.
But yeah, it would certainly help if we can see lists and talk about the decks and possibilities based on some kind of information.
Yeah, that's true. Mm.
Thus says, at the very least, it's an art upgrade.
For what card? What card
From Attune to Vince to, I mean, I like the art of, yeah, it's an upgrade. I agree.
From Attune to Win to what?
To out of the Sakura.
Ah. As Attune to Win looks. Yeah, I also think it's an upgrade.
Absolutely.
I do like the Oath of Sakura artwork a lot. I mean, Attune with the winds also doesn't look bad, but
yeah, I'm getting more and more curious from the Water Kongming deck lists that we have seen today, because I'm not sure if the round 1 decks were the same as match 1 decks were the same as the match 2 one, and the differences might have made the Wind Lorraine player taking more, needing more to for the win, or how to say it. I'm getting also tired.
it's fine. But yeah, I agree. I think Kongming is I think she right now she seems like Ari 2.0, but I do think she has potential. And at least I like the empower mechanic, but it's kind of slow. And if something gets negated after you empower it, it's like, that hurts. But we'll see what the future will hold for Kongming.
Empower as mechanic itself can be quite good for other classes too.
Yeah, I hope so.
But Kongming, I like the style of the deck and I like the mechanic itself, but for me also it feels a bit slow.
Yeah, that's what I think as well.
It just you need too many things to make it work. So let's use the example of the Hydroguard Retainer. You have to play the Hydroguard Retainer, and then you start activating spells, and for every second spell, so the first spell you activate will put from west to north, and then from the second spell from north back to west, and you draw a card.
Yeah, but that's also only at level 3. So
no, not at level 3. You can do it from level 1.
Yeah, but
if you have
you won't change the currents with the spells then. That's the level 3 thing.
All right. Yeah.
So you just gotta pass turn and shift between the stuff. So every second turn you draw, which I mean it's useful. It's also especially useful before level 2. But
I mean,
I think
it's certainly a good tool to draw more and more cards, but you need the Hydro Guard Retainer. You need to activate 2 more cards, and then that's when you start drawing cards. So you need to chain a lot of cards together to have really good results.
Mm-hmm. I do think personally that like on level 3 the Hydro Guard is really good because you can spam the spells and draw a lot. The question is just, is it too late then? And what do you do with the cards? But yeah.
Yeah. The main question is, what do you do until you get there?
Yeah, that's the thing. Just surviving.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it feels really.
Apparently we do have a 10-minute break right now.
No, we don't. We are live. We are still.
We are live.
Talking, and we can be seen. Only our backstage went to feed the cats.
The backstage said to not read that, but all right, but I think I gonna go AFK for a minute as well. So yeah, I will be
I have to stay and ramble in myself for a couple of minutes.
You
doesn't feel right.
No. I believe in you. No, but I will be right back. I'm fast.
Shit. What should I talk about? I don't like this. Talking to myself. Someone help, chat. Someone say something to me. All right. What does the chat says? We're joining the rambling session in 10 minutes. All right. We're gonna have Aria on stream too. That's good. And Aria, how many Jägermeisters have you drank already? Something. Oh, we have a something. All right. Thank you, Avocado. It's really nice. At least someone paying attention, so I know I'm not alone. Which is at least good for me. Or for my ego. I'm not alone. But it's certainly an interesting feeling to have a 10-minute monologue about nothing. Yeah. All right. We talked about Kongming. What I really want to talk about is water allies. I feel like the water horse can work quite well because you need to control a water element unique human ally for it to lose the pride and has stas and true sight. Which for that you already have Lunette as part of the deck, and you can also have Nia, which is for Water Zender or Water Tristan as a Water Allies variant, can work quite well with Nia's ability. So the horse feels like a really good fit in that deck.
Cool.
And I feel like there is a deck there. All right, welcome, Aria. You like horses? All right, that's good for you.
Yeah,
I prefer women, I prefer women. So, we have a saying here in Hungary that someone prefers the priest, someone the priest vibe, someone a ministrant's boy. You certainly go with the horses. I don't mind it.
I heard a good one from Biaku yesterday. It was like, if there is no horse, the donkey will do,
Yeah, that's also what.
Creative ones.
But I still stay with women, and if I have to choose, then with Heavenly Guide. That's fine.
I mean, Heavenly Guide is pretty good, you know. But you know which one I'm also quite interested in? It's the Terra SR, the Conduit
one?
of Seasons. This is high
Ah,
quality.
That's also high quality.
It's very
Personally,
thick, thicker than honey.
for me, it's a tier lower than Heavenly Guide. It just somehow she's just too flowery for me.
Oh, god damn it.
So, I'm back. Sorry for leaving you alone for a sec.
Welcome back. Why are we getting banned, those? Tell me.
And welcome, Aria.
Hello, hello.
So, what
Oh,
was
I'm
the time list?
I'm supposed to put in scores and pair the rounds. Oh shit. Okay, I have a job to do. God damn.
Well, you are a TO, so act like a TO. Instead of drinking Jägermeister, do your job.
Okay, you have to understand. You need a lot of assistance to go through these things. Okay, you know, I need help. I need to take the edge off. All right.
I understand. Get yourself a horse.
Horsey.
And then get yourself a horse and it will be all right.
You know, once we considered what if I were to just buy a horse and if I was to use the downstairs part of the shop as the stables, we just came to the conclusion with Adam that the horse just cannot fit through the shop, and I was so sad. Although there is a what do you call it, a veterinary university nearby the shop. It's like a 2-minute walk away, and I was like, oh, maybe they will let me station the horse there, but apparently they stopped keeping live animals there like 20 years ago or something. I was so sad. I was like, oh man, I can't go around in a horse. That's so sad.
It depends on the size of the horse. You can certainly get it into the shop. Putting it downstairs would be a challenge because the stairs down.
It'll be a challenge. The horse won't fit through the door. It'll be real hard.
Well, not in one piece, of course.
I think I want my horse to be able to walk, you know.
Maybe
you said you want a. No, even that is too big. For the stairs. So no, but Aria, you never said that you want to dive in.
No, I want to ride the horse. I want to enjoy all things that a horse has to offer.
Well, I can get you quite good quality horse sausage from my hometown.
Ooh. Get me some.
Sure. Next time I will bring some.
Wait. Oh, okay, that kind of horse sausage. That's fine. If you're talking about the other kind, no thank you. That'll be a hard pass for me.
No, I'm talking about food right now. Like last time I brought back some deer sausage.
Horse mean to the ball.
I called it Bambi. The Bambi sausage. It was delicious.
Did you tell Kitten it was Bambi?
It wasn't. It was made from Bambi.
No, I mean, did you tell Kitten that it was Bambi?
Yeah, I introduced her. Here.
Oh, let me tell you guys. Let me tell you a core memory of mine. So I think I was like maybe 5 or 6 or something, and my mother at the time had found a lamb or something, right? It had been like hailing, and it was really, it was about to die. So she brought it back, and we kept it in the garage. I think like a year or two later, because I remember this one. I love this sheep, Every time we went to my father's friend's village, I would visit my sheep. It was the lamb we saved. I played with it when it was in our house and everything. And one day, I'm sitting there, I'm having like one of the best meals of my life. And then my dad turns to me and says, oh, by the way, remember your sheep? Pretty tasty, huh? Oh my fucking god! I was bawling my eyes out. Okay, I'll tell you. Oh, just the emotional damage. But I have to say, it was delicious. I felt so bad, but it was delicious.
That's hard. That's
Yeah,
some evil
exactly.
evil
He
father
he
shit.
waited. He waited for me to eat it, so I knew it was delicious. So I couldn't, like try to fight back. I was like, I'm crying and I'm sad, but it's so good.
That's
Fucking Adam over here laughing his ass off.
I almost did the same with kitten. So I told her that here is some bamboo sausage. Try it. She was looking at me. Why? Just try it. And she tried it, and she liked it. And it's tasty, right? Right.
Yeah.
Okay. You like bamboo sausage, and she likes it. She actually eats it, and she likes
Yeah.
it
That's good.
because it's good.
Yeah. I mean, when you're a kid, you just have a different perspective on these things. So it's all right. But as far as I was told, my little lamb had many babies, and the gene continues. So the delicious genes are passed down.
delicious genes.
I won't lie, it was so good.
So
Why if you say the genes are passed down, why the delicious genes and not like the genes of your beloved sheep?
Because she was especially delicious. Like, this is the one I remember. I've eaten many sheeps, but this one just somehow tasted better.
Oh no.
So good. My mind's telling me no, but my body is telling me yeah. Holy fuck, we got the report wrong, so I have to redo the timing. God damn it. Okay, Dawes, we're starting in about 4 minutes. My apologies.
Apologies.
all right, go do your job.
It's mostly done. I'm not even paid for this.
That's your problem.
Hey, blame Weebs, man. What the fuck? This is not my fault. I try. Okay, finally. Table 6. Solomon's 2-0. And we have our next round coming very soon. So how is AMB so far, chat? And also casters. How are you enjoying it? Are you even enjoying it?
I personally do enjoy it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The matches we saw today were both a bit slow, but that has nothing to do with AMB. I feel okay. I mean, the first match definitely has to do a lot to do with AMB.
Yeah, it wasn't low. It was just control mirror. Sorry, not control. They weren't control decks. They were solitaire decks. So it was just a solitaire deck mirror. I mean,
yeah,
that happens.
match one definitely played solid.
So table 1 should be the feature match, I guess. So we have Yinko again.
So.
Yinko
Water,
again.
Windelize, Yinko, and Krells. I guess. I don't know.
It's supposed to be Krells and Yinko. Actually, for chat to know, Krells has they make music on Spotify. Very good lofi music. I actually listened to their content. It's really fucking great. I highly recommend. Let me try to find the link of the account so I can send it in the actual chat.
Okay.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. We have a musician at table 1.
Do you want to see table 2? Because on table 1 we already saw in.
Yeah,
plays.
maybe.
So seeing 2 fresh blood on the screen.
I think
that's Dawes' department. Sure, let's go to table 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah.
I think it's the better choice because more
I mean, we
variety.
only have 3 rounds,
The
so
point of the featured
hopefully
match really is to just showcase different decks and
Yeah,
what
exactly.
people are playing. It's not that it's supposed to be only the winners and whatnot.
And
I agree.
in the chat, Avocado said it's amazing. Still waiting for my boxes. So W for AMB, I guess.
Oof.
I do like a lot of the cards.
I think in AMB a lot of things are unexplored yet, so
Yeah.
we need to see many more things. But my biggest concern is still that I haven't seen real answers to slimes from a competitive standpoint.
There's not going to be any. The slimes are just too good.
Yeah, and for me it feels like, yeah, we have a new set, but the iron event's gonna be the same. Sylvie versus Sylvie versus Sylvie versus Sylvie.
I mean, I think the last events we had, Sylvie wasn't that big, to be honest. I mean, I feel like at least there wasn't that much Sylvie.
Not on the webcam events, but for the Euros, yeah, there were a lot of Sylvies. All right, that's interesting setups.
Yeah.
Just made a little plug for Krells because everybody supports everybody. That's how we roll over here.
Yes. Please follow our awesome musician. Now the meta was slowly starting to take slimes. Give it some time.
One table's so fucked up. Mr. Muffin has a tower of Lorcana boxes.
Where is the link for the musician? Because I just only see that please follow our awesome musician.
Send the link in the chat.
I put it both in chat
on Discord.
put it in tournament.
Yeah, you should.
I put it in YouTube.
Put it into. Yeah, exactly.
I'm curious to see how the meta will change going forward.
So
yeah, the game
on the
starts.
bottom we have Sango with Fire Sylvie, which is not a surprise. On the other side, we have Mr. Muffins, which seems like normal slimes. This is what I was talking about.
Yeah.
But yay, that view on stream. That's something.
Yeah, it's a Denchi special, just putting your phone stacked on top of a bunch of boxes. So I don't blame it.
Wait, but at least my view was landscape, and it was from the side and not from the top center.
Yeah, well, that is a
you had a much better perspective, even though you could have seen the boxes.
Sure, but that's a concern for Sango to raise anyway.
I agree, but we are casting the match, and it and on YouTube it looks just as bad.
I think
the screen.
At least for me personally, I'm happy that it's definitely harder to see the cards from Mr. Muffins, but that's why I'm happy that he's playing slime, because I do know the slime cards at least. So
we also don't care that much anyway.
Yeah. And Sungo with his great Spirit of Fire.
So, Sylvie player goes to level 1.
Song 2. The Art of War. Or the Art of Slime at this point.
And now Forest Cake.
Disqualify that guy. Did he attach the camera to his ceiling? No, as you can see, it's stacked on like 10 Lorcana boxes also.
Yeah,
And we have a BB Green.
it's a promo for Lorcana now. We're playing Grand Archive on Lorcana boxes. Clearly, Lorcana is a superior game.
That's
It's more
quite
useful.
some Lorcana boxes.
But yeah, I'm interested in this fire versus slime Sylvie matchup. Because I
As
know
far as I've experienced, norm slimes do better than fire slimes in the mirror. But that's my experience.
I think, like, from what I have seen, like people generally say norm is better. I feel like some others say fire is better. From my experience at the moment, I feel like fire is a bit superior.
Well, maybe in matchups against other decks, fire is, let's say, the more consistent deck, but in the mirror, the norm deck just always ends up coming on top because it's more of a Swiss Army knife because you have access to different kinds of slimes that the fire doesn't. So fire is very focused on a plan, versus in the norm, you have access to Zephyr slime, you have access to, what is the other one called?
Which what do you mean?
The Gather Slimes.
Yeah, Gather
have-
Slimes. Yeah, that's the one. And
I mean,
also
you have the
Slime's
Baby Green.
Blessing. Yeah.
I mean,
Slime Dressing, Slime Shield.
Norm Sylvie definitely has tools, but yeah.
I mean, in the mirror, I think those tools make the biggest difference because the fire slime will not have access to recover, will not have access to damage prevention, won't have access to digging for more cards. It only has to rely on its card draw. Versus with Gather Slime, not only you dig for more cards, you also recover. So I think in the mirror, at least in my experience of playing fire slimes versus the norm slimes, I almost always felt like the norm slimes just was like a head and a shoulder ahead of me.
Okay. Yeah.
It felt more versatile. I mean, when I played it, it also felt more versatile. Like I had more tools to play the game.
And we
Versus
see
fire
this
slimes is
falling
just
into
like
a Storm Slime, I guess. No, Baby Green.
It took the Storm Slime. I mean, we will see how this match goes.
that we will.
Interesting.
But it was interesting that he didn't, like Mr. Muffins didn't took the Storm Slime.
If it was a Storm Slime, and because from this angle and viewpoint, I'm not sure if I saw it right.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, hitting one baby red.
Drawing one more card from the cake.
And chat says fire better. I personally, at least from my experience, I like to play fire more, but not sure about the mirror matchup at the moment.
Just give up playing slimes at this point. It just feels too slimy, you know.
No, I love them slimes. Right, and there's the dungeon guide from Sungo.
The Diggy middle card. Yeah, I was right. Let's go.
Ooh, 4 baby reds. That's nice.
No, wait until he pulls up with the 4 storm slimes like that. I mean,
okay, so
explain the first cake tech again.
For avocado. So in forest cake, you draw a card. Then you activate baby green, which will Zephyr the forest cake. And when you get to your end step, forest cake comes back, and you draw one more card.
It's pretty good. It's just so much value because the forest cake comes in, it replaces itself, and with baby green, you can replace the baby green by using that ability of the forest cake. So you're just maintaining the amount of cards in your hand, so you're not falling behind. That's the problem with slimes, in my opinion, is that every card either it replaces itself or goes plus. Like Baby Gray or Lorraine Slime replaces itself. Storm Slime, when it dies, goes +1 card. It's like, oh my god, what more do you want?
Yeah,
And there's
You
one more
wanna
tag for
get like
baby green.
like a McDonald's cheeseburger or something on the side as well, because you're just getting everything at this point. It's like wild.
And with baby green, there is one more tag that when you level up to level 2 Sylvie, and you have no slimes on the Sylvie's on enter goes on the stack. You just first activate the baby green into the game before Sylvie's on the. So at that point you can suppress the forest cake if you have. If you don't have, then don't, of course. Then you let Sylvie's ability resolve and you draw because you already have a animal on the field.
Exactly.
Which
So it
wasn't there
replaces
before.
itself and helps you
So
go
that's
+1
why it
on
replaces
damage.
itself also. And if you had the forest cake to Zephyr, then at the end of the turn you get one more extra.
Yeah, another part, you recollect everything because you do this before recollection, so you're refunded for that, and you're up 1 damage as well.
Yeah,
I
personally,
just have this feeling whoever made the slime deck and designed the cards really didn't play one match of it. They were like,
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
I personally, talking about the baby green, I think after I switched from Norm Sylvie to Fire Sylvie, baby green is like the card I missed the most because it's, as you guys said, the forest cake tag and also the helping to get the draw from Sylvie 2 is really good. And
And
I also
right now, considering how much Regalia's opponent have or how much items they have, it can actually even be a really good defensive card. Like,
yeah, that as well.
Yeah.
But I gotta point out Dawes saying Sungo holding strong to the seed of nature tag. Love that. Always banish the seed of nature with Ethereum.
Oh, we have Mordred over there. From Magic the Gathering. And we also have Lorcana. Chat, help us find more card games on stream. What else do we have?
Um.
Oh, that's Digimon.
Lorcana and
I think I see Digimon there. That does not look like Lorcana on Mr. Muffins. Feels like Digimon.
It feels it's a mess.
Well, if Sango can understand it, then it's alright.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sungo's field is pretty strong though. Let's say. Now with the
Lorraine Slime King. Yeah.
What is below the Slime King? It's a baby red, and the other two I can't really.
Luxum and another red. I think.
No, it can't be another red.
No, the big red, not baby.
Yeah, big red one.
I don't think he.
So baby red.
Does he even play
red,
the big red?
And the Luxum.
Yeah. That will make sense. Sexy slime.
Thing is, I don't. I mean, maybe, but I feel like Sungo doesn't play the big red, but maybe he does now.
We'll find out soon enough.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a crux slime.
It doesn't look like it because the color coding from my side looks red. That's why, and we don't have any Exia slimes.
Yeah, the element looks red, but I kind of see the I don't know how to call it. You see a little bit of the art, and if you look at that and the crux slime, it could be that. But I mean, we will find out.
Ah, you're right. I kind of see it.
You see the two dots, kind of.
Yeah.
No, it's certainly.
But also, it can't also be a big red slime, even if it's a different slime than the baby red, because they share the same element, which wouldn't work for slime.
Dawes says it's foil, so it's probably the Lorraine slime that he opened at the shop. Ah, here it comes. We'll see now.
Yeah, it's
Boom.
the foil
Boom.
slime. Yeah,
Boom.
exactly.
There you go.
Right.
Selena was correct. It indeed was the Lorraine slime. Let's go.
Yes. I do know me my slimes.
Do that.
Right.
Do that.
Now what does he reveal with?
Two Storm Slime and Limitless
Storm
Slime.
and Imperial. Oh yeah, Limitless, sorry.
Mhm.
Keep giving these nicknames to the slimes, and I keep confusing them again.
Sexy slime, Lorraine slime,
Rice slime. There you go.
rice slime.
Yeah. That's what they are. They just took the champion. They're like, let's make a slime on this one. Hey, let's give it the same element. Let's give it the best possible
Lorraine
thing
slime
we
is
have
the
in the
crux
game.
slime.
Yeah, Lorraine slime is
Thank you.
crux slime. Ethereal.
But we don't have anything called Xander slime because we only have sexy slime. That's that. That was special. Sexy slime has a special place in my heart.
I mean, it works for that. But maybe that's just me.
That's true. What a diverse table to watch, right, Dawes? Slime versus slimes, new decks, right? We needed these new decks on screen.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're totally new.
I mean, we didn't see slime today, so you know. There's that.
True.
So better than watching another Kongming mirror matchup that takes
it's
80
the
minutes.
new set. Everyone's just gonna play the new stuff just to have tried the new stuff. Give it about like a month, everyone's gonna return to good old reliable. It's gonna be Nico's, Xander's, Lorraine's, Merlin's, and Slimes all over. And we're gonna have just a one rogue Kongming, just getting all the good matchups and all the good opponents in some ascent or regionals, and it's gonna top 8, and
Well,
everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my
Ascent
god,
to-
maybe it is viable," and then they'll realize, no, it's just dog shit. This person just got lucky with the pairings.
Isn't Ascent Toronto next weekend?
Oh yeah, that's Toronto.
Toronto is sent.
So it's not really that far away.
Yeah, no one's gonna play Jin or Kongming. Come on.
I
I
feel
mean,
like Jin,
some people
Jin
will
will
try.
be played.
Jin maybe has a higher chance. Kongming has no chance.
Yesterday was the Yeti online, so the US Aria Cardshop League. And the deck went 4-0. I will get it out because it was like quite interesting for me. So
yeah,
one deck was played by Caban. He played Wind Merlin with Diana as level 1. No guns.
What the fuck?
And the deck had 3 Dungeon Guide, 3 Heavenly, a lot of Empower thing, and a lot of wind card draws like Scout the Land, Fairy Whispers.
And there's one camera off.
Uh-oh.
All right, until we wait, we talk together. And they had Imperial Seal in the main deck and 4 Fireballs as the win con.
I think Caban was just trying the cute thing that no one's really gonna expect him to play.
But it worked. He went 4-0. The other one was
a
Wind Lorraine deck.
Look, then we call those FNM decks. We've seen them with Dime a Dozen and Magic as well. Somebody shows up with Monolith Dredge and goes 4-0, and it's just the same. It's FNM deck, all right.
I know exactly.
You know how it goes.
But the other one was more interesting, which was a Wind Lorraine deck, a Wind Allies Lorraine, and it played Mortal Ambition. It had the new Wind Horse, Lilu, also Guan Yu, one Lubai, Arsenet, Percy. So it was like Wind Unique Allies. Actually, it was Wind Unique Allies.
I on topic of what you said, I personally feel like Imperial Seal is pretty cool in having played in mages to play different elements than fire and still fireball. But right now, I am very confused of what happened because Sungo is
Me
putting
too.
its cards. And now he's gone.
Rage quit.
Was it a rage quit?
Sango got another one of those.
Well,
Poor Kiza.
Was it rage quit? I haven't seen it.
I mean, I only saw when Mr. Muffins like took the camera and then like disabled the camera after that and left. So I don't know. I'd say we can. I mean, either the stream would end now, or we just talk a little, or we crash one other table to get us a feature match.
I'm asking what happened from both players.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what we get.
The Stungo did report though, so
Well, I mean, we can just go to table 1. I can force them to go to table match.
yeah. For example, though, do we know what Krells and Jinko, or do we know what Krells is playing?
I think probably Slimes. Because
Okay,
was on Slimes last season.
because if we want to have deck diversity, I do know one table where Jin is playing, so we could grab
one?
that. Table 6 should play Jin. I
Table
think
6.
Defenders playing Jin if or
Hmm.
should be playing Jin if I'm not mistaken.
That's a little bit too low. We want to stick to the higher tables because they've kind of, they've at least won a game or two. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we stick to table. So if a table is pushed out, we go to the one below it and then below it. So we go one by one like that.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. It was just a
Yeah.
suggestion because for like deck variety, because I'm sure or know that
Yeah.
there we would have a Jin.
But also, table 1 will give us who is winning the tournament. So let's force table 1 onto stream.
All right. Yeah. Sure.
Why not go with table 3? Still high enough, but maybe we see something new.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, it was just a concession, Mr. Muffins just had enough of the game and was like, yeah, I don't want to deal with it.
All right.
Such is life.
Such is life. Yeah, or those just swap to table 1. So they don't have to do the thingy.
Yeah. There we go.
We need elevator music right now. Din, 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 din. All right, it's Slime against Lorraine.
Wind Allies.
Well, probably Lorraine, but yeah, Wind Allies.
It again.
Wind Allies against Norm Slime. All right.
Let's go.
It's Spirit versus level 3 Sylvie. That is interesting.
Yep. Okay. Makes sense.
So back to Kevin's list. Yeah, it's an FNF buy, but otherwise, we had a comment that in round 3 he had a draw, but game 3 was conceded. Yeah, I can see why this deck went 4-0 in that case. I haven't watched the stream, so I don't know what happened. It was just interesting to see a deck I mean, the concept itself. So you go to Merlin to have a lot of level ups.
Call me a conspiracy theorist, but I think at this point, Kaban also has the quote-unquote pro player psych. Because when players play against him, they're like, "Oh, he's so good, he's gonna beat me," and they might play a bit more stressed or with more, they would disadvantage themselves because that's how they're playing. Because we have this phenomenon that happens very often against very high-ranking Magic tournament players or pro players and such. And I think that's why sometimes Kaban plays as well in the FNMs because of that. I don't know. They just see him. He's playing some spicy stuff, and they're like, "What the fuck is he doing? He's probably on some 4D chess mega giga brain deck," and then it just goes out of hand from there. But again, it's a far-fetched theory. However, he is a good player. I can see why people would feel it that way. But what I always tell players, I mean, my tournaments and players that I see that they're trying to rise the ranks, is that look, everyone's a person. Everyone's a player, right? Some players are more skilled and have more experience, but at the end of the day, there's no reason to psych yourself like that. Just play your best, all right? Don't think about it too hard.
Alexander says he has Conqueror's hockey. he just wins by being a pure menace.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's also a cool advantage to have, but overall, I think it also players need to chill a little bit. People are people. They may be good, but again, play your best. Who knows, right?
DOS also says right now that I'm assuming Lorraine is up a game here, so game state is already 1-0 for the Lorraine apparently.
Oh, that's cool. Byaku again with the jump scare. Just keeping us on edge.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you know what time it is?
Jägermeister.
Let's go. It's like you know me so well.
I knew you would bring that now.
At this point, bring some to me.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, bring
that'd be so good.
bring some for me as well, please.
Hey, you need to bring me some. I bet the shit in Germany tastes even better than the ones that they export over here.
I don't
Probably
know.
has even more herbs and the spices.
I don't know. I usually don't drink it.
Oh, look at this.
And
Smells so good.
Sungo is in the chat now. GG on your quick match.
Well, Sanga's match really sums up the slime experience for a lot of players. So
yeah.
Yes.
We have a Quicksilver Grail. Okay, let's bet. What's under the Grail?
Covenant.
At this point, Covenant of Thorns.
Damn. Nobody likes to go for the spicy place to play anything other than Covenant? Once I put backup charger under it, just for fuck's sake.
That's based, but I think right now it's probably Covenant.
Oh,
it
man.
Could be Stone Scale.
Actually, Stone Scale under Grail is just so good as well. Because if you have exactly one card in memory or your Blissful Calling, it's just so much value.
With Fire Slimes, I can understand.
Yeah.
Or even with norms. So you put the Stone Scale Man under it, and then you play a Storm Slime, then activate the stones, the Quicksilver, so
you can
banish the rest. You can do interesting things with it.
Yeah, it gives you options.
For example,
this is game 1. According to Byaku, this is game 1. It's 0-0.
Okay, good to know. Right. But yeah, for example, Stone Scale works pretty good because it does cost 1, and if you have too many cards in a memory that you don't want to lose right now, so you just take the Quicksilver, put the Stone Scale, and then can play anything. For example, as Aria said, a Blissful, put 1 down, get rid of that. In best case, a Slime. for Storm Slime count, then instantly pop the Stun Scale and get that as well.
Yeah.
What
I mean, it's pretty good because
yeah,
you're just filtering through cards. Hell, if you even have a escape the wreckage that you don't want, options.
yeah, exactly.
Anything that gives you options is good.
I think the first time I used the Quicksilver Grail after I got it a few weeks ago, the first usage I had was with a Horn of Beast Calling. And it carried me that game.
For that
great. That's fine.
It can be good for that too.
Quicksilver Grail is something that gives you options. That's all that matters, because what it does, it says now you can use this card whenever it's most advantageous. So you're not locked to your materialization step. You can even use a baby green slime to reset your Quicksilver to give yourself another option if you think you need it. So there's a lot of things you can do.
Wait.
It's a canvas.
If you suppress the Quicksilver and on enter put another card down, can you then, when you pop it, can you then choose what card of the two to play?
This came up last time. I thought you could with the wording of Quicksilver, but it has come to my attention that no, that's not the case. So however, at this point, I don't know if I have like exact. You can. Yep, it is gone forever. So it's like it's just like giving yourself more options. Let's say you put Horn of Beast Calling under it, and you realize that you really don't need that card. You'd rather have something else under it. You could baby green it and then put a card under it. The next materialization step, you get something else that you need. Then you can go on from there.
Okay, so that is very interesting.
Yeah, you just get to choose. But I mean, it's pretty high cost because you're losing one card from your material deck.
Yeah, that is true, but
better than losing the game. That's how I say. Any resource is worth it if it helps you win the game, because winning the game is the main objective here.
I mean, as you said, it's just options, which is good.
Yeah, just want to have choice in the matter. That's all. I think one of my favorite late game tech in the slime deck is the what was it called? The one cost Regalia comes in, you sack a slime ally, gets X amount of counters plus one.
Verdant Scepter.
Verdant Scepter, correct. I really like Verdant Scepter. Late game Verdant Scepter is just gas. It's so good.
It's really good. It's sometimes hard to get out because sometimes you just don't depending on what opponent plays, it can be hard to swarm the field with a lot of slimes. So it can be difficult to get a lot of buff counters on it. But I like it. That's the one thing in Norm. Yeah.
No, go on.
In Norm Slime, for example, I played the green slime, which I think usually isn't played in Norm Slime. But the green slime was my favorite slime to use the Verdant Scepter on, because you bring the green slime with buff counters, you verdant it, you put the buff counters on something, and also get the verdant buff refinement counters, which is very good. But besides that, green slime's pretty bad.
I think for Verdant Scepter, there were times where it was just good for me to pull it out of material deck to just throw any slime under it so I can get more card draw rather than caring too much about the buff counters, because just going one more card deeper in the deck was just so valuable. And every time I needed it, I could actually baby green slime, reset it when it comes back at the end step, stack the green slime to it itself, so it comes with 2 counters, so it'll draw 2. And if it was my main step, I can already attack with the baby green. So it's kind of like, it replaces the baby green and goes one more card deep. But my point is that it just helps you gain more cards and go further through your deck, because sometimes in this late games, all you're looking for is your next Storm Slime. So you just want to get to the Storm Slime, call it a day, move on to the next game, have your opponent cry because they're losing to some bullshit card, the usual stuff.
We love Storm Slime.
Exactly. We love Storm Slime, so let's ban it.
Yeah. At this point, as much as I try to see if I can find a way, be like, okay, maybe we don't need to ban Storm Slime, we should ban this or ban that. Nah, according to our half cracking stream, half podcast, Storm Slime is just the big problem. We just ban that. Call it a day. No need to make everybody else cry.
Yeah, I personally like.
Still, without Storm Slime, the Storm deck's still playable. You can still cook it up and play with it and even get decent results, I guess. So it's not necessarily killing the deck itself.
Well, the Slime deck just becomes a beatdown deck after that. So it's no longer relying on Storm Slime, but it has to play a bit more defensively. It has to, play with more carefully with its
it opens up more possibilities, and
yeah,
and also don't forget that Sword of Avarice was banned because people didn't like to play against it.
I
think Sword of Avarice was banned because it drew 2 cards and it was really, really abusable. I don't think it was because people didn't like to play against it. I think it was because it was just a bullshit fucking card.
Well, yeah, of course you draw a lot of cards with it, but it was that it wasn't. It didn't mean that you won the game because of Sword of Avarice. Just help you get more resources, and from that more resources, you had a better position to win the game.
Which helps you win the game. So it was that helped you win the game, because in this game,
but
drawing more cards is not just card advantage, but it's also resource advantage. So
yeah, but even at that point, that was when the first ascent happened, and Vindalize just beat the floor with Madeline.
Well, it's because we didn't have good players at that time, with skill issue.
It doesn't matter why. The deck itself wasn't unbeatable, but people still didn't like to play against it.
Yeah, but I think right now it'll be pretty unbeatable. If they were to unban Avarice right now, nobody would care about Storm Slime. Avarice is just too good. Don't get me wrong. I like Avarice. I would love for it to be back. But I don't think the excuse of it... Yeah, I don't think the excuse of it being unfun to play against is good. I think a real reason is that it's just a really powerful card. It gives you too much advantage for too little of a cost, especially when abused with Ascension. So I think I like that excuse and reasoning a lot more than just saying, oh, it's unfun to play against. What do you mean? Maybe I enjoy getting my ass whipped. Okay? How do you know? Maybe I have fun like that. Come on, man. Give me a real excuse. You know what that reminds me of? I'm sorry, but that reminds me of the reason why Wizards of the Coast banned Yorion in Magic, because 80 cards, dexterity, and shuffling problems, like my brother in Christ. Your main format is a 100-card format. An 80-card deck is not a problem. All right? Come on. Just give me a good reason, not some of these bullshit reasons.
Sungo also wrote, unban Avarice, get rid of Prismatic. I kinda like Avarice was the way to draw a lot of cards, right? So
yeah.
I personally
but still,
think
Prismatic is Prismatic.
Yeah,
it's also good.
I feel like Prismatic could be like, I don't have experience in playing against Avarice, but I personally hate playing against Prismatic because it's annoying. Getting rid of opponents' influence is so strong, I feel like.
Yeah, but the one thing I'd like to add about Prismatic is that you really do have to build around it, because you need to have those quote-unquote dead cards of other elements in your deck to make the most out of it. Of course, then there is your opponent's deck, and they might have the appropriate elements that you need there. but still, it's not as guaranteed as just draw 2 with Avarice, because Avarice is draw 1, class bonus, draw another one. Surprise, surprise, you're gonna meet with Merlin, the class bonus, so it's just draw 2. So it digging you deeper, like personally, in any game, I would rather have Avarice rather than Prismatic, because oftentimes I find myself wanting to just use Prismatic to go deeper in my deck rather than caring too much about if I'm dealing damage with it or not, because I want to get to that fireball. And when I get to that point, or when I get to the devastating blow, it's already so far in lethal damage that those 3 or 6 damages done by the Prismatic becomes irrelevant. So I think I would personally would rather have Avarice than Prismatic, and I think Avarice would just make the deck better. Because then I don't have to sacrifice those 4 or 5 slots in my deck to play dead cards, but rather I can play other cards that actually lean into my gameplay and make me more consistent. As much as I want Avarice back,
I would play both Avarice and Prismatic and use them according to the game state.
well, yeah,
I
of
want more
course, but
cards,
we're assuming
Avarice.
here if
When
we
I
had to
want-
choose between the two.
You don't need to have to choose. You don't need to choose.
I
You
mean,
can
right
have
now-
both.
He has to
That would be
choose.
the best.
If I had to choose, I'd rather just have Avarice. Like, seriously. It's so good.
All right. We gotta.
We're supposed to
gotta
be casting, by the way, paying
Yeah,
attention to the game that's happening.
What can we cast about it?
I just
Aside
wanted to say.
stabilizing itself by the
say-
wind allies want to kill it, and the same things happen again and again. We are waiting for Storm Slime to kill the wind ally deck. Nothing special. We haven't seen anything.
Who gives a shit? They're doing the same bullshit as always anyway. There's nothing new.
Exactly.
Forget about it. Professional casting, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, see, we know what the game's all about. Nothing new. No need to worry about it. One of them's gonna win anyway. Who cares?
One of them is gonna win. Exactly.
Yeah.
Unless it's a draw. Maybe.
The drawing one. Let's see that. Ethereal Slime we have already turns ago in the memory. Astral Slime was first played. Scepter, Verdant Scepter is getting banned. So it's one more card they will see. And is it the Storm Slime? Is it? Is it not?
Maybe yes, maybe no. Who knows? We'll never know.
You are not a ghost. Now we should go home. Ghostbusters?
Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters! Oh shit, we're gonna get demonetized and reported and just taken down by Disney or whatever. They're just gonna shoot us right at the table. No need the judge, no need the verdict, just execution on the spot. Because Papa Mice ordered it.
Nah, they are not that bad.
Not the end.
Right, Lorraine gets the bullet out again.
Yeah. They would attack. I don't think they would attack the Sexy Slime. Last time they.
It seems to me the Industrial Revolution has arrived at Lorraine's plane because now they have guns. Wait until they get automatic weapons. Haha, that's when it gets fun.
Oh, Dream Fairy now on the Lustrous, probably. Yep.
It's a good choice.
Yep.
It's just a big problem.
So now he can hit for a little. Loading the gun.
Every little bit
can
counts.
hit for 4. Yeah. And then Dream Fairy will hit for 3. Oh, Terror Shield
Oh
in
yeah,
slime.
yes. Terror Shield is
So
I feel like one of the
Yeah.
few additions to the slime deck.
So
They
Slime's deck wasn't
can do
strong
that.
enough. They get more Terra support from the new set.
See, this
Let's
goes
see.
back to my conspiracy theory that I was like, Weebs wanted to keep Sylvie to be shit for at least a year, and then they made their recollections, and then she's gonna be busted, and then everyone's gonna accept it. They're gonna be like, well, Sylvie was shit for so long, let her have her moment in the spotlight and everything. It's all psyops. They planned this, okay?
Okay.
They knew what they were doing.
Take off that tinfoil hat.
The tinfoil cowboy hat. I correct you, Reddit. But yeah, I mean, I guess what's really good about the Terra Spell Shield is that in the slime deck, for you to be able to preserve that many cards is going to be very valuable because it just helps you dig that many deeper. Because unlike the Kongming deck, you are just trying to dig to very specific pieces and cards. And in the slime deck, if it helps you get to that point, then it doesn't matter how many cards you're losing because it doesn't become like milling, but rather you're just drawing, quote unquote, drawing that many cards into your material deck. So I think
Once you get the Storm
Spell
Flame
Shield
preserved,
is
you're good to go.
exactly. It's gonna shine in the Terra Spell Shield is really gonna shine in the slime deck. I think more than any Kongming deck it will.
Probably, yeah.
That's obvious. So,
Yeah.
now we are getting out
Gaia's Blessing.
Gaia's Blessing, yeah.
I don't think Gaia's Blessing should be banned.
No, I don't think as well.
Right. It's fine.
No, Gaia's Blessing is fine. Once
think-
Storm Slime is banned.
I think
Yeah,
Gaia's
exactly.
at the moment, Gaia's Blessing is pretty nice and really solid. And sometimes like the best use for Gaia's Blessing in some matchups, and depending on what you reveal on the top of your deck as well, sometimes the best thing it does is banishing 4 slimes.
Yeah.
Sango had a good point. Terra Shield allows to banish slimes with Crack Slime. So you preserve the slimes, and then you can banish them to Crack Slime on Crack Slime on enter.
True.
That
That is
is
actually
true.
how it works because they are tamer cards on the subclass. So yes.
To answer Avocado's question, it is basically in slime at least it's always better to use the additional materialization variant because you banish the 4 slimes and you get first you don't lose influence from your hand / material memory, and second you banish 4 slimes, which bumps up the counter for Storm Slime, which is very, very valuable. So you basically always want to use the banish.
It's +4 damage. Just pulling it out like that. It's like, yep, let's do 4 more. Why not?
Yeah.
And I feel like, I mean, what do I want to say? Maybe in other tamer decks, when we will ever get another Terra tamer deck that isn't slimes, maybe you materialize it normally.
No, even in other tamer decks, we usually go for so other tamer cards doesn't really care if whatever you have beast or animals in your graveyard or banishment. So if you have floating memory, yeah, sure, but even at that point, it's better to activate its ability and banishing 4 beast or animal cards from your graveyard to activate it rather than paying, because in that turn you can materialize something and then activate it from your material deck.
I mean, yeah.
So that's effectively a second materialization turn.
I mean,
which is always better than
I do agree.
directly materializing Gaia's Blessing.
I do agree that the additional, like with banishing the 4 things, is still the better option. But I feel like in non-slime Sylvie or with Storm Slime banned, for example, it's not that bad to materialize it the normal way if you want it.
It depends. I mean, if you don't have any other options, because like Denchi said, if you have 4 slimes in your graveyard and they're not fire and you don't have slime eruption, so you're not going to do much of anything with them, and let's say you don't play Slime King, there's options. Again, I mean, if you can materialize something else and still activate the Gaia's Blessing, you're up a materialization step because you just get it for free. Otherwise, again, you just have the option to do it whenever you like. So it could be that you go to combat and the opponent, retaliates against your slime, and then you're like, oh, look, I have 4 slimes in my graveyard now. Okay, let's, pull out this card just to see what's on top of my library to gain more information. So I think it's a fine card. I think without Storm Slime, it just makes it... Storm Slime is what makes it a problem.
Yeah, I
if you
guess
were all being
I
honest.
do agree.
Yeah. It's a good card. Why ban it? Like, come on, man. Ban the problem.
Let's just ban Storm Slime and bring out Baby Storm.
You know what's the problem with banning Storm Slime? The real problem, if I'm being honest, it would make the Recollection decks illegal to play because there's a banned card in them. And Grand Archive currently have not made any rulings like Magic did about banned cards being in pre-constructed decks. For example, the Rye starter deck from Dawn of Ashes is illegal to play because it has, what's it called? Crystal of Empowerment.
Crystal of Empowerment,
Yeah.
yes.
And, I recommended this to Weaves when I was chatting with them. I told them, like, hey, how about you just make the simple rule, same as Magic did, of saying, if you're playing exactly the precon, that card is legal to play. They didn't do that. And if they were to ban Storm Slime, they're effectively killing one of their recollections. And as far as we know, their recollections are going to be reprinted for another 6,000 boxes per recollection, or 9,000. So they're certainly not going to ban Storm Slime unless they
not necessarily
losses on an upcoming product.
Recollection, not necessarily. They are capable of reprinting it for 6,000 boxes.
Well, they said they will print up to that many more, and they are very much interested in doing it because the demand from distributors and consumers is very high for them. So it's just leaving money on the table if they don't. And if they ban Storm Slime, they're killing the sales of one product. And if they ban it like that, but the distributors have already purchased
the rest of the recollection cards are still good, and you cannot pull them from anywhere else.
Yeah, but people don't want to buy product. People don't want to buy a product that they can't play, because that was the whole point of recollection decks. That you're able to play them out of the box, and they're good and they're more powerful. But if you sell
enough slimes, you need to play it out of the box.
I kind of disagree, Aria. I mean, I get your point, but the Sylvie recollection would still be playable because you've got the playset of every card in it, which technically isn't in the constructed, so you can swap out those.
Of course, but
it has only 2.
Yeah, I know, but
so it's playable.
From my perspective, as a shop owner, I have to stand here and say, hey, you can buy this product. However, these 4 cards in it are banned, and you have to swap it with something in the sideboard to replace it because it's not tournament legal. That's just a bad taste in the consumer's mouth. And this is the main problem that comes with it. If you're banning something that's in the main deck and I have to sell it, I have to let the consumer know. And this can just, create just an unsavory feeling, because people want to play with their cards. They don't want to run into such issues.
I mean,
So I don't think they'll ban it just yet for simply this reason. Not because the card's not a problem, don't get me wrong, only for business reasons. I think they won't ban it.
I mean,
that's my case.
Even then, yeah, I guess maybe you're right, but the same, as stupid as it may sound, but the same kind of goes for a booster as well. Like, you could hit, like, what rarity is Sword of Averies, for example?
Rare, I think.
It's rare. Like, okay, and then I thought it's an SR maybe, but that's the same. If you buy a booster and you hit like the one kind of most important thing of the booster, you hit the banned card. That's kind of
Reckless
like the
conversions and
same
SR.
thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's not really the same thing because
Yeah,
when you
it's
buy a
not.
booster, it's RNG. You know, you could get it, you could not get it. But when you're
Yeah,
buying a
I
product
know.
with guaranteed cards in it, you know, I get you. For example, since the Rye starter deck took that banning, I haven't sold a single one. Because people don't want to buy it.
Let's be honest, Aria. Chris is just a bulk card. You can get it for 10 cents or before the banning. So I don't think that not sending any Ride X is because there is a ban card in it. It's more likely that new set with new starters and everything else, people just wanted to buy something else.
Sure, but the price difference here is that when the Rye starter deck is 15 euros and the Sylvie deck is 55 euros, then you already have this difference, in the cost that it comes with it. So people are more likely to be okay with buying a 15 euro starter deck and having one band card in it versus buying, spending 55 euros to get a product that has like, 4 band cards in it. What I'm saying is it just creates more headache. And I think they won't ban it just because of that.
Well, we'll see. There is an announcement after
Toronto.
Toronto, so we have 8 days. No, 10 days till then.
Yeah, but I mean, with erupting, we got some hints of if it's going to be banned or not, and but with Storm Slime, has there been anything of the sort? Is there anything we can refer to that say, yeah, maybe they're thinking about it or considering it? I don't know. I wouldn't hold my breath. That's what I mean.
With erupting, they slowly told us that it's going to get banned. Yeah, but they never said that they will always do that. They can hit any card anytime they want.
That's true.
Yeah, well, my opinion is that from a business standpoint, it would be a bad idea to do it. And I think that's the only reason I can see, if I'm playing devil's advocate, that I can see them not banning it. That's what I mean. The smart thing to do would be to reprint all the Sylvie recollections and sell them all to the distributor, so you've got them paid for it, and then you ban it.
Maybe. But in general, I think now, despite or going off topic of it, if it would be smart to ban Storm Slime from a business perspective, in general gameplay, and then the idea that I had like a few days ago, and I said that in the Discord, is maybe ban Storm Slime, and kind of, because it's still like a very good card, I think the deck would work without it.
Oh,
but
for sure.
I personally would like to see like a baby Storm Slime, which basically has the same effect but with worse scaling. For example, not for every slime you deal 1 damage a spell, but for every 2 slimes you deal 1 damage.
Mhm.
People then said it would be pretty bad, but I still personally would like if they did that, if they ever ban Storm Slime, to just bring that, even if it's not a card that would necessarily be played. But it's like,
to add to your point, like, I can see what you mean. The way I thought it could have the same effect of, let's say you don't even need to ban Storm Slime, but rather you just make a Sylvie level 3 for each advanced element. And if you want to play with Storm Slime as your winning card, like your Fireball, you have to be playing an Arcane Sylvie level 3. If you want to play with, Lorraine Slime and beat down, then you have to use, what's it called? Crux Sylvie level 3. It's a similar idea to yours because we're trying to still maintain the archetype and the play style, but try to disadvantage it somehow. I mean, I can see why a baby Storm Slime could also work, but I think one issue I have with Storm Slime as it is right now, I think it shouldn't have costed 2. I think if it cost 5, it would have been a balanced card. Because when
I mean-
Sylvie comes in, it will now cost 3, so you still have to have a higher influence. So it takes a lot more effort for you to deal that much damage that you would.
I mean, yeah, I think, but like the idea that I had was just like, because everyone wants the Storm Slime to be banned, but some other people maybe want to retain the Storm Slime, or at least for me, for example, in that matter, if you would just, as I said, bring the baby Storm Slime, which would just hit for like 1 damage for each 2 slimes. Some people told me then this would be bad, it wouldn't be played, which then still I am of the opinion that we should get that, because if it would be that bad and not be played, it won't be a problem to the meta. And people like who enjoy just the playstyle of the Storm Slime could still technically use it.
I
But-
wouldn't say it would be a bad card, actually. I think for it to deal half the
neither.
damage, it's still a good finisher.
Me neither. Like, I still think it would be a good card, and it would balance the Storm Slime out. But I
I'm
don't
not
know,
gonna lie.
maybe-
I think the main issue why they wouldn't do it, it wouldn't make a lore sense because the slimes, when they become adults, they get to advanced elements. So for you to have a baby advanced element slime would be a bit weird. So
Then
they'll just
maybe-
have to make
Naturally, you have
Storm
baby
Slime
red,
2,
and then you have
Electric
the red.
Boogaloo.
then maybe don't call it baby, but like just a different version, like
Just a Storm
Thunder
Slime 2 with a
Slime.
mustache and sunglasses, like Denchi's profile right now. His nose with sunglasses and a mustache.
Exactly.
We did it, boys. We fixed Storm Slime. Same
I
thing.
don't even
just
have a
half the damage.
mustache.
Yeah, you have a beard instead. Same thing.
Exactly.
I-
That's what I say.
And like, yeah, I as I said, I would love the idea with just that smaller Storm Slime, because I think it would balance the whole thing quite good. And I also gotta agree with Sungo in terms of what you said with level 3 Sylvie having to choose an element. It should be more than one element, because just one is kind of I don't know. Then you wouldn't. What else would Terra like? Okay, no, it's would still be the Terra, general Terra stuff, and not the
The slimes,
Yeah.
per se.
not the slimes.
Yeah.
I thought right now, if you would go into Sylvie level 3 and choose only one advanced element, you could have just straight up not make Sylvie Terra, but that element, but and was like, that wouldn't be any different, but it would, because you'd still get access to the Terra stuff. So yeah.
So I think the the biggest overlook when it came to designing the slimes was that they probably, and this is my again tinfoil hat theory, they tested the recollections as they were, and they didn't actually make optimized decks with them, because it really didn't take a long time for players to figure out how busted you can make the slime deck. So I think they looked at it in a bubble instead of actually comparing it and testing it with all other cards in the format. Because if you were just a decent enough player to have, made day 2 in a sense, or have top 8, or at least you understand the game well enough, you could have easily made the storm made the slime deck. Because really, the difference between the recollection and the top tier decks is like 12 cards, right? Or 18 cards maximum, 16 cards. That's really it. So and they were all playsets as well. So it's really not difficult to optimize it. I think their failure came in the aspect in the way that they just didn't playtest it with other cards in the game, but rather just as the recollection in itself. And I think that's the same case with the Tristan deck as well. That's what I think, because it really isn't that hard to make these decks really, really good and upgrade them. Like, we figured it out in like a week after they were released. So that's my theory. A game theory. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, I mean, we will, in general, we will see how everything's gonna all unfold. If they hit Storm Slime, when they hit Storm Slime. Maybe right
Yes.
now they didn't hit Storm Slime because they think / hope that Kongming or Jin will, or in general the new cards will be able to hold it off, like the Orb of Sealing. Even though I
don't
think most people think that the Orb of Sealing is a really good counter.
Yeah, no, the slime cards are just so effective and efficient. They just generate so much value. Is that, yeah, sure, your Orb of Sealing me, but my Storm Slime is already attacking you for 5 with the, seal the bonus, and I'm already whacking the hell out of you, so like,
Yeah,
who cares at this point?
that's the thing. Like, maybe they just thought with the set, like, I mean, they did ban Erupting Rhapsody with the new set, right?
Yeah, they banned it.
Yeah, because they knew they want to change like the level mechanic and to the Empower, so that was like a given that this would be too strong then. And with everything else, they are like with the Storm Slimes or other stuff, they might went like, okay, maybe let's see if this set with the cards it gives in general can help every other deck, so Slimes won't be too strong anymore. And if it doesn't, if the set doesn't help going up against Slimes all too good, then they might ban it in like
I
in a
feel
few
like we have a
weeks or so.
conclusion on the second feature match.
Oh,
this
we did.
round.
Casters again going off tangent. Let's go.
Yeah,
It's
Slimes won,
actually
so naturally.
Slimes one.
Yeah, naturally. Slimes winning once again. Yeah, 1-0 as well.
Mhm.
Very cool. Very cool. So,
Alright.
what deck are we playing with the new set? What are you playing, Selena? What are you playing, Denchi?
I haven't decided yet.
From the
I
new
can't.
from the new decks, like I've got the Kongming starter deck, but I won't play it for a long time because as it is right now, it's pretty bad and not fun. So I like the idea. Yeah, I will probably stick to Slimes personally. But I'm hyped. I personally look very, very, very forward to the Luxem Tamer. I think I really want to play the Luxem Tamer when it comes out.
That would be cool, but like, just the Luxem cards being in this set just feels so awkward.
Yeah, it's
Like,
for this set alone, I totally get it's very awkward. Like, why? But I really love it because it's the teasing that we get the Luxem Tamer, which I really like. But besides that, it's weird that the cards are here.
it's really fucking weird. It's like, why not just focus on the other? It's just 3 slots. Just save it for another set. You'd be happy to have designed cards that you can use for a different set.
Yeah, I mean the one thing, at least they are not class bonus Tamer cards, so Xander right now could use them.
That's the crazy part. That's what I was thinking. I was like, hey, I could put some bullshit beasts or animals in the deck just to use with the Luxem card just for fun.
So I think like it's not that the cards won't work at the moment, because Xander can use them. Or if they are good or bad, it's a different thing. But imagine they would have been class bonus, then it would be really weird right now. But yeah,
Completely useless.
we gotta
Actually unplayable.
wrap this up now. So thanks for everyone everyone watching. Thanks for you guys having me as a caster, trying
Yeah, no
out
problem.
if I suck at
Well,
this or not.
it's Friday night GA. We're chill over here. Like we're just chilling. We're just chilling. This isn't casting. This is the matches are the equivalent of having a Subway Surfers background over the
I mean,
Yeah.
not shooting against you, but right before you joined, we did cast. We actually did
At least
cast.
we tried to do
before.
something like that.
Well, suffering from success. I'm just too fun, chat. What can I say? Just too entertaining.
But yeah, no, I hope I did well, and I would.
You did all right. Don't worry about it. It was really fun. I'm sure everyone was entertained. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I hope you enjoyed our matches. And if Dawes is able to, and if I'm able to pay him more, hopefully we will have more consistent streams. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, Denchi, for joining us. Thank you, Selena, for casting and helping out as well. Have a good night, everybody, and see you at the next stream. Bye-bye.
Good night. Bye.